Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend.
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
We talk about anything and everything as long as it's interesting to us.
Absolutely, because if it's interesting to us, you should care.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that countdown is not correct.
What?
I need to fix that. It is not 9 days away.
Oh, nah.
It is 2 days away.
On the fly.
It is correct now. We
Yeah.
are 2 days from
2 days.
Kaboom-Con.
2
This
days.
is the last Fat and Black Connection before Kaboom-Con,
That's correct.
which means it's got to be, if we're going to do a Fat and Black Connection before Kaboom-Con,
It's got to be
it's got to be fatter,
fatter
and blacker. And that's when we
Yes,
bring
sir.
in the creator of Firebird Valley, writer on Oak Bridge, Mr. Tyrus Rayner. How are you doing this evening?
I am well. How are you?
Are you feeling fatter and blacker tonight?
Oh, I'm always fatter and blacker.
Absolutely. So really briefly, you did some writing on Oak Bridge, right?
Yes, sir.
If I remember correctly, you wrote the penultimate episode of season 2. That means not the last episode, but just
episode 9.
Episode 9, sir.
So we just aired the season finale on Friday, so the entire season is out there now. We have we're going to hit probably 550,000 downloads in the next day or two.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it is in the wind. It is out there. Season 2. I can tell you that your episode had the highest first week downloads since episode
Yes,
4.
Yes,
Since
sir.
episode 4. So
I'll take it.
first week downloads 4,404. So good numbers.
Yeah.
So how do you feel as a writer on Oak Bridge, or now that it's out there and it's quite possibly done, that could be it? How do you feel?
It was a great journey. I didn't expect to be a writer for Oak Bridge, and it surprised me when the creator, Ashley, hit me up. And just to give you guys a quick reference, it's because I wrote a few scenes for Murphy's Inc. prior. And she was like, "Hey, I like what you wrote. Want to do my show?" And I'm like, "Sure." So, yeah. She brought me on for the first season, said it was good, and then brought me on for the second season. And yeah,
Nice. And so, James, you were the director on the full season. Now that it's fully out there in the wind, how are you feeling?
Just I'm happy that it's. Yeah, I'm sad, but I'm also happy. I'm happy that it's out there. I'm sad because now I don't have nothing to do for a little while, which is okay. I'll take that. But we still got. Well, it's not really. It's just more of a fun episode for everybody in the cast and crew and everything else. That should be dropping on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
probably not, because you didn't tell me it was ready until yesterday. And when do you think I've had time to actually get it loaded, ready to go?
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Maybe next Friday. I don't know. After maybe after the after Kaboom-Con. But yeah, we got one more little fun episode for y'all.
Right. So speaking of fun episodes and fun things, so we did mention, of course, that Kaboom-Con is in 2 days, and we are a fatter and blacker edition tonight. But also, this poster done by the fabulous Jam the Artist includes you, James, on the left, me on the right.
That's correct.
And some hick-looking fella in the middle.
Not just any hick.
This hick from Pop Culture Kaboom, Jimmy Jones is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Jimmy.
Damn.
No hat tonight.
Can't wear a hat with the headphones, man.
Yeah, you need to get a specialty hat.
And I'm not going to do like Imus and get those weird the
dangly buds.
Yeah.
So tonight, we've got a packed show with just people. But that doesn't mean we're not going to drink. And tonight, James and Tyrus and I will be drinking a Buzzball cocktail, Biggie Grapes Gone Wild, because James and Tyrus are at my house right now here in Northern Nevada. So, gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind lifting a drink, let's see how this Grapes Gone Wild is.
Hey, you can do a chaser.
Did you just hold up a White Claw?
No, that's a Celsius. But
okay.
Yeah.
I would much rather drink a White Claw than something that's grape flavored.
It actually,
there's
not a whole lot of grape there.
No, it tastes like it kind of reminds me of grape Kool-Aid.
It's very alcohol forward.
Oh, it's coming back to haunt you now, isn't it? We had this conversation.
It tastes like a rancid grape popsicle. Nah, dude.
Ew.
Oh, it tastes popsicle.
Yeah.
It is vodka forward, that's for sure.
Dude, did they put anything in there other than vodka? Like
so you don't even taste the grape. What are you complaining about?
No, grape. No, dude.
Purple food coloring. That's what's in there.
Jimmy, are you drinking anything tonight?
Coffee.
Oh, okay. Well,
shocking, huh?
Well, I know that this is a late start for you. On your show, you usually start by 6 p.m. So,
yeah, I'm getting old. It's past my bedtime.
So, for those of you that don't know Jimmy Jones, he is from Pop Culture Kaboom. His show's namesake is where Kaboom-Con comes from.
Yeah.
So, James and I have both been on Pop Culture Kaboom a few times. And so Jimmy, you are the ambassador for Kaboom-Con. You were on Colo 8 News this week.
Sorry.
Had a good interview. Of course, you neglected to mention the Ghost and Ghouls Masquerade Ball.
Hey, did you see me up there with any notes?
You were saying tickets could be bought at Eventi. Which
hey, did you see me up there with any notes?
No, I didn't.
Bought some next
time.
All
right. I did the best so cool.
I did offer to join you, but
the airport instead.
Huh?
But you were picking up James from the airport instead.
I mean, I could have dropped him off or picked him up afterwards.
That's true.
Dang, left you hanging. Hear that?
You could take an Uber.
I could have.
Dang.
So just, I like to peel back the curtain a little bit here at Kaboom-Con to talk about Kaboom-Con here on the show. And James and Tyrus know I've been complaining a little bit because I've been getting messages from vendors and asking all these last minute questions. And, I don't mind. I get it. It's also like 2 days before. You couldn't have, asked me a week ago, a month ago.
Yeah.
Especially when one of the vendors specifically is saying, hey, is there any chance I can be on an end cap?
Like, what, bro?
no, the floor plan is locked. It was locked last week. And I sent out an email to that effect. So why are you asking me now, 2 days before? Hey, can you put me somewhere I'd like to be when you never requested it to begin with?
Next time.
Interesting.
Next time.
And then I say, hey, next time you fill out an application, make sure they're in the special request area that you put that information. And they're like, well, is there any chance maybe you could ask if somebody else is willing to move? No.
You can.
No, I won't.
But yeah.
So, Jimmy, you're like James, checking out your phone. Something important going on there?
No, I'm making sure I got all the loose ends wrapped up for this weekend.
I accidentally
Loose
hit
ends.
play on my phone, so that's why I was looking at my phone.
Ooh, likely excuse.
I hit it
So-
on my watch.
So part of the reason that we have Tyrus and Jimmy here is because these guys are two of the biggest Debbie Downers I know about most things. They have a special knack of being able to find the contrarian point of view to just about anything.
People
And-
are allowed to disagree with you.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
But about everything, bro?
Yes, everything.
So I want to lead off with a question for Jimmy and Tyrus.
Uh-oh.
And
Here we go.
and James and I we talked about this earlier, but James, I'm going to go ahead and lead off with it. So we know that Christopher Reeves is the best Superman when it comes to the films. But if you couldn't include Christopher Reeves, who is the best Superman on film? And Tyrus, go ahead. You've got 1 minute to tell us who you think and why.
I mean, for looks, I'm a little partial to Henry Cavill.
Okay. That's your only selling point?
As for, I mean, I like the whole Snyder take. You guys did not. I didn't think he had a chance. When they were bringing him back with the Black Adam, I was really excited for that. And as of now, I am a Henry Cavill fan, and I think he was the best out of them.
Out of you're not saying better than Christopher Reeves, right? Just to be clear.
You discluded him.
I just want to make sure.
You said other than Christopher Reeves.
I did. I just want to make sure.
Because if you add him in there, anyone other than Christopher Reeve, then they don't know what they're talking about. It's hands down Christopher
Okay.
Reeves, the man. But
Okay.
other than him, it's Cavill.
Jimmy?
I think look-wise, if you're just going off aesthetics, yes, I think he was the best Superman on film. Acting-wise, I mean, like Tyra said, you already excluded Christopher Reeves, so I mean, out of everybody else, yeah, Henry Cavill. But no, I'm glad Snyder did not finish his horrible trilogy. It was bad.
You can't finish a trilogy when you don't even get to a sequel.
I mean,
Bro,
except for Man of Steel, all the other movies were just, he hit the big slide and shoots and ladders. He just kept going down. It was just horrible.
the only other movies I think I like. Well, he didn't direct the other ones, those because the only
but they were still horrible.
yeah, I mean the only ones I liked.
Wonder Woman was okay.
I liked Wonder Woman, the first one. I liked
Yeah.
Aquaman, the first one.
Mm.
I enjoyed it. It was just as enjoyable. But that was about it. And then like Batman vs Superman, I loathe that movie till this very day.
Horrible movie.
It was. See what I'm saying? I'm glad you didn't get to finish up. So-
Okay, so I noticed that neither of you said David Cornsweet, who is the current Superman,
Well,
which I
there's
found,
reasons.
huh?
Well, there's reasons.
Well, I find that interesting because you did a review on the film and you actually, as I recall, you didn't hate it as much as I thought you might.
No, it was actually a pretty decently done movie. If you go in there with absolutely, expectations so low that an ant couldn't even, go under it, then yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to be satisfied with it.
Fair enough. I also noticed that neither of you referenced and probably I would have said if I was asked the question, and I think probably the best, hands down, is actually Nicolas Cage. And I'm curious as to why neither of you went with that.
Because Nicolas Cage, it was a CGI'd rendition of Nicolas Cage in a bad Flash movie.
Mm-hmm.
He never actually suited up and was on film as.
Now that's
Superman.
not true. While it was never released as if a film, he did indeed suit up, and they did film him in the suit.
Well, you just proved my point. He was not. It was never released. So, I mean, if you're going to split hairs like that, then okay. Yeah, he still wouldn't be on my top 10 list.
I mean, Nicolas
though there's
Cage
only
was
four,
begging
okay.
to play Superman. He was really begging for that, and for what we got, it was just underwhelming.
Nick Cage was very thirsty.
I mean, he was begging for that role, and he just. I would expect better
because didn't he even didn't he sell? Didn't he have a Superman #1 or whatever the first comic was for Superman, and he sold it to
Action Comics #1.
Yeah, to take care of some debt or something like that.
That would do it. I mean, that's an expensive comic book.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if he sold it or not. I remember him saying that he had it, but I don't know if he still has it.
So, Jimmy, I'm going to ask you this next question. Lead off with you. So, should legacy characters, Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, should they be replaced with new, diverse successors, or should they remain the same?
What do you mean by diverse successors?
For example, Spider-Man has Miles Morales. If we look at the Cap films, we've got Sam Wilson now taking up the mantle.
Well, see, that's not really diversifying the character. That's just adding characters that have already been created and that are existing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really changing. I mean, if you took, like, let's just say you're calling him Peter Parker and put him in, gave him purple hair, that would not fit the character. So it's not bringing in Miles Morales or having him in there is not changing character. Sam Wilson was also he was Captain America in the comic book for a while too. So you're not really changing any kind of lore or any kind of canon for the characters or for the comic book for that matter by having Sam Wilson take the mantle of Captain America because it was done. But also, I don't have a problem with them replacing, because that is kind of like the biggest problem with trying to do translations from comic book to movies and trying to be consistent with the same actor, is that in real life people age and they're going to age out of that role like real quick. So if you don't continuously put out movies with that person as the character, they're going to age out of that role before you can get through like a half decent story arc with in the comic books.
Cyrus, your thoughts?
When you're saying diversify, you bring up Miles Morales. Miles Morales, he was created in the same universe with Peter Parker. So I don't think that's diversifying a character like using Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury.
Yeah, that was kind of changing, but that
they changed it in the comics before he even.
So remember, I did say either they could also be replaced with new and diverse successors. It's not necessarily saying it has to be, Hulk, Bruce Banner, historically white nerdy guy. Now all of a sudden, let's say Latino heat sexy guy. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like it could be, and that's why I use Miles Morales, because really it was to expand on the Spider-Man universe, but using a different person character, more ethnically diverse.
I mean, that question was given to Stan Lee like years ago, and he said, we don't need to change the ethnicity of any of our current characters. We'll just make more. And Miles Morales was one of those.
So when we see like Wally West, for example, who was originally portrayed as white and actually written as a white character, but then in the television series, for example, was portrayed as black. Thoughts there?
Wasn't that
Well,
based on the family?
the guy on the television was, I mean, he's biracial.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one of the things that kind of kills me. It's when someone is biracial, they identify as both sometimes. And we can't just say he's just black. And,
Oh.
did he do the job? Did he act well? Like, can he do that role? Did he execute it well?
Yes.
Then there really shouldn't be any complaint. I mean, I don't care about ethnicity. I mean, sometimes ethnicity does really matter, but give me an actor that can do the role. I'd rather have someone who doesn't look like the comic but does the job so well that we're not going to question it.
And I mean, like if you think about it too, I think in some cases they can actually, they actually changed Nick Fury to look like Samuel L. Jackson before they'd even done them, without even really talking to him. So that was a change that was good in my opinion. Like the old Nick Fury is cool, but like the new Nick Fury, I mean, I was fired.
It's kind of, I mean, and Mark's going to hate me for saying this. Well, he's not going to hate me. He's just going to roll his eyes. I mean, the live action God of War that's coming out. The rumor circulated that Paul Levesque or Triple H would be playing Kratos. And he 100% has the look.
Yeah.
Well, he
He
did.
does not have the acting ability to pull that off.
I mean, do we have
Old man Kratos? No.
Okay. Well, the only reason I'm going to defer to you on that is because you are the huge God of War fan. I am like a minor God of War fan.
I loaned Mark the game. He's played it through.
Yeah.
It should be Tommaso Ciampa.
maybe young Kratos.
That would be crazy, bro.
This series is based on old man Kratos.
Yeah.
So here's my problem with the whole discussion that we're having is so if they want to race or gender swap a character when they bring it into movie and theater or movie and television or whatever, they can do whatever they want with the characters. That's their prerogative. But if someone who's never doesn't know about the character goes just strictly off of whatever they're now presenting on television or in the movies, then they go to look up the comic book and see a completely different looking character in there.
Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
I mean, it's the same thing as if comic people have gotten used to the character in the comic books and then seeing somebody completely different play him on the screen. I had no problem with it because I know old Nick Fury and I had absolutely no issue with with Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury. I mean, he's a good actor.
And we did have the other Nick Fury movie, Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. with David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, that was bad.
I know. I'm just saying. That's probably why they changed it up because they were like, "Oh, that's horrible."
Yeah, well, that was horrible. So it doesn't matter.
This guy.
But so it's kind of like they want to make it more diverse ethnically for the characters and everything like that. I say just come up with a bunch of characters. I know a lot of black creators that have a lot of really cool black characters out there in comic books out there.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good ones. There's a guy that I follow on Facebook now. He's come up with he has a diverse cast of characters. And another guy that I've worked with prior, John Harvey, he's got a diverse group of characters as well. So it's out there. We gotta find them.
I mean, Marvel opened the can of worms not too long ago by actually having the Black Panther in the comic book white. So that was interesting. Look at the look on
out. That is going to happen.
Look on Jazz's face.
No, it's going to happen. There's going to be a white black live action.
Oh, really? Oh, that's stupid.
I want to say it's I'm trying to remember who it was.
It was stupid that they made him white in the comic book. I was like, what the
was it? Who is it?
We've got Daryl while you're thinking on that. But when books are adapted to a movie, they are often different. And you know,
Sometimes.
a book.
No,
A
he's
lot of
right.
times, books do not describe characters based on race, which I think is good. I don't think you necessarily need to. I think
Yeah.
comics, though, because of the fact that there
Or-
are imagery to go
yeah.
along with it, it forces that issue unintentionally. Most comics don't say, "Oh yeah, Black Panther must be a black guy," or I mean, they say he's from Wakanda, which is in Africa, right? So there's an insinuation. Captain America, they don't say, "Oh yes, the all-American white man." You know, because the images are already there, and so yes, in books where it's usually just words on a page. It's up to interpretation.
Right.
Okay, it's a rumor.
Well-
It was just a rumor. They said Ryan Gosling was going to be Black Panther.
No.
It was some kind of like
You must have seen something on Screen Rant.
Is that like a what if?
yeah, like a what if situation. Yeah.
Were you sleep deprived one evening and just saw this?
Ryan Gosling, that'll do. Yeah. Hey, real quick.
It's a
Actually,
crossover with the Barbie universe.
speaking of reboots, do modern comics rely too heavily on reboots and crossovers, diluting the storytelling quality?
Yes. For some reason, they got into this big, huge thing where they're doing these grand, arcing, multi-issue, multi-franchised, or they'll jump from like you got to read. It's like reading a newspaper now, or got to go to page 4 to get the rest of the story from page 7 or whatever. I mean, when the Avengers are fighting, like right now they got what is that? A World Doom or something, Doom's World or something like that. It's really where
Doomsday?
no, not the movie name.
He's talking about a comic.
I'm talking about the comic book. They have it's like crossing over to all of these different titles, and it's like every summer they have to have like 3 or 4 different things that kind of go through multiple titles and trying to get it. And I think it's dumb. It does dilute the comic book. It does harm the reader in a lot of ways because they have to go to different things and have to get the whole story. So
that's like what they did on with one of those things with like CW. I always you couldn't like try to watch the series on Netflix now. It's like they hit those points when they have those big where the story crosses over each show. And so when you're watching the shows, if you're watching the shows on Netflix, it like the story all of a sudden like breaks up. You're like, what?
I guess Tyrus doesn't.
Come here.
Tyrus doesn't feel like answering the question.
I'm done with this.
Yeah, he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle.
Oh, he's giving you his great drink.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So we got to do that. Yeah. But like there was those episodes like on like CW during that, Arrow and Supergirl, Flash,
when they all did that the crossover events like Crisis on
Heroes
Infinite
of
Earth
or Heroes of Legends of Tomorrow or whatever. Like they have these big, massive story that would cross over each episode, and it was like
you got to watch the other ones to find out what's going on.
Yeah, if for some reason they don't connect them, like I would be okay if they did those, but in the when you're watching it actually just inserted those other episodes for you. But
we switch places.
Yeah, we don't want to segregate here.
Oh wow.
You're doing the Brady Bunch over here.
I know. I was about to say that. I was like, so does that answer your question?
Sure.
Okay.
Tyrus, did you have a thought? Of course not.
No, I just need to try these chips real quick.
Which one is that?
This is the Pringles. This is one of the Pringles. This is a buffalo wing flavored Pringle.
Okay.
I have no idea what I just ate.
Which one did you have?
Yeah, I thought it was like a barbecue chip, but it tastes cheesy.
No. Yeah, that is buffalo. That's buffalo cheese dip or whatever.
These
cheese dip.
These just taste like They got Tabasco sauce on them.
They taste like they just taste like sauce to me.
The Pringle?
The Pringle, yeah, it just tastes like sauce. Try it.
Mark has that face.
Yeah, that's the same face Cyrus. That's crazy. That's the same face Cyrus had drinking that drink.
Yeah, but at least I still ate it. I'm not whining about it.
No, he drank a little bit.
Well,
of it.
you
He
just
gave
put
me
the
the
bag
rest. Of it.
behind you.
I
You
was
should be
kidding.
eating it.
You know what? I'm being a good bartender. James' glass
Oh,
was
I
empty, and
know,
I
bowl.
refilled it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Dang, a better host than the host.
Our buffalo dip is actually pretty good. But I want to
Is
get
it
down
really
here.
called buffalo dip?
It's buffalo cheese dip.
Is that the Baconator Cheese It?
This is the Baconator cheese. It. Go down to the bottom. Go down to the bottom of your bag, Tyrus.
These are good.
Yeah, that one is that is loaded nachos. That the one that you just had. The wavy lays is a loaded nacho. This is a Baconator cheese. It. Oh my god!
What's funny is I had a Baconator last night.
Does it
Actually,
taste like a
fantastic.
cheese it?
Tastes straight bacon.
It's
delicious.
interesting.
It doesn't taste like a Baconator to me, but it does. I definitely taste the bacon.
What kind of artificial flavoring do you have to put on a cheese it to make it taste like bacon?
Smoke flavored.
I mean, it's not the overpowering Cheez-It flavor.
Oh wow! How did I drop that?
Tyrus, your thoughts on comics relying too heavily on reboots, crossovers? Is it diluting the storytelling?
Yes. I mean, look at what's going on right now. Like for a good solid decade, we had some awesome comic book movies. And now that they are trying to branch out and do all this other stuff and, pandering to various organizations and stuff, it's diluting the whole pot. I'm not as excited for the next Marvel movie because it's just it's there's nothing to be excited about.
So I guess what you just said really leans well into my next question, which is, should comics, not necessarily the films, but comics themselves, should they lean, as they have seemed to be a lot lately, lean more toward political and social commentary, or should they go back to being an escapist entertainment?
Escapist entertainment.
I don't like politics in my entertainment. Just everyone should be able to enjoy a comic book or a movie without having to argue about politics within it.
Or social commentary. I mean, the whole reason, the best example I can give, at least in my opinion of it, I will watch a National Geographic episode about whatever animal until the last 10 minutes. The minute he starts lecturing about how bad humans are to the environment and the world, I'm out. Because I don't need to hear that every single time I watch that. I already know what they're going to say. I don't need to hear it anymore.
And for the couple thousand people we've got watching right now, we are live and interactive. So if you have thoughts on what we're discussing, please feel free, chat away, and we'd love to know what your thoughts are.
This is one I want to know. Because in my own relationship, we have differences of opinions on this, but should beloved franchises like Star Wars, Ghostbusters keep being rebooted / sequelized, or be left alone?
Sequels, yes. Prequels, no.
Yeah.
Okay, what about expansions of the universe?
We know
So,
you hate. We know you hate prequels.
So it's hard, right? Because direct prequel, I understand your point, but like you would say that The Mandalorian is a prequel, but where I would say it's an expansion of the universe.
Yeah.
Well, it's an expansion of the past universe. I mean, it's taking place in between the end of the original 3 and the beginning of the new 3.
But it's also taking place somewhere adjacent from the main story that we're used to. And so it's not like it's necessarily affecting. I don't disagree with you when it comes to when Lucas did 4, 5, and 6, and then decided to go back and do 1, 2, and 3. However, if he was to go back, tell a story from 1,000 years before that has no bearing or effect on 4, 5, and 6, while it would technically be a prequel, I don't have a problem with that.
I kind of do, because unfortunately, with the way Hollywood is and the way anybody who thinks they have any kind of little bit of power like that, they will change something to fit their narrative and not actually stick to canon or what was already put in there. See, if Lucas went back and did one, a good example of that is probably in my mind the best prequel ever made was Rogue One.
Mhm.
Because and if
definitely
they
was.
did spin-off series like that where it took a group of characters in the same universe but not
Directly tied to anything.
directly tied to the existing
I feel
franchise,
you.
but often to, because Star Wars Galaxy is a huge galaxy. You
Right.
can show other people's stories and not have to be, tied to like, so if they would have went back and say like if George Lucas went to 1, 2, and 3, told the story of the rise of the empire, but I mean, right now the way Star Wars is, it's like the world's biggest trailer park. You got dad who knew mom, and mom and dad knew this person. Everybody knows everybody, and everybody's kind of related, which is really scary. It's a trailer park in Alabama right now, so it's. I mean, then you got Palpatine's
What?
daughter as
Oh
Ray. I
my
mean,
God.
Also
tell
known
me
as
I'm
a
wrong,
trailer
though.
park
I
in
mean,
Jacksonville, Florida.
you're
Wow.
not too wrong.
Well, I'm okay with prequels. I know you hate them, but I mean, like I was talking to Mark and James about this earlier today. The Alkalite and how people were asking. People are starting to really push to get a season 2, and I mean, Disney dropped a big buck on it, and it flopped. I was thinking, since Kathleen Kennedy is no longer in the picture, Dave Filoni's taken over. If someone like Dave Filoni and John Favreau had full run of it, they can actually take a show like The Alkali and make it good. And that's like as of now, the earliest of all that. So that is a prequel.
Well, I did hear that the Acolyte, it's not a season 2, but like they've kind of put a book together or something like that. That continue, like basically tells the rest of the story. I don't know if that's true or not. Like it literally was on.
I mean, Jimmy's going to make a very valid point here because I've heard him make this on his show that the Acolyte changed the lore of the midichlorian concept and Vader being the only Christ,
Among other things that they changed, I mean,
yes,
and then you have Yoda, who's actively in this. He was in the last episode, and it basically, I don't understand why the Jedi were portrayed a certain way in all of the Lucas films, and for some reason the showrunners for Acolyte wanted to tear that all down and made the Jedi just as evil and as dark as the Empire by hiding things.
So here's the thing. I
They
don't
hit it because Yoda would. They're implicating that Yoda was well aware of everything that was going on and said nothing.
I'm not too sure that that's true. Like I think it just one of the things that I liked about it is it showed the Jedi were flawed. At least at this point in time, because this is way before.
Well, this is beyond flawed. This is corruption to the core.
Yeah, and that's the thing and the thing is that you could tell they were hiding stuff from they were hiding stuff from the masters. They were they were hiding stuff from Yoda. They were hiding stuff from the other woman that was like a leader or but like I'm saying what I liked, that's one of the things I liked about it was that they were flawed.
I think it could be salvaged with the right leadership, writing it and directing it. I think it could be salvaged. But as of right now, like if it were the same people that did this first season, absolutely not.
I think if they were even going to try, I think people have already been soured upon it by the way they presented it the first time around. They wouldn't give it a second shot.
So, Jimmy, I've got one for you because I think I know what you're going to say here.
Then why are you asking?
Well, because it's not for me; it's for the audience. But would you say that fan service, Easter eggs, nostalgia callbacks, stuff like that, is that enriching films, or is it really just cheap pandering that replaces good storytelling?
It depends on how it's done.
And to be clear, I would say that one of the greatest panderers, frankly, of all time is James Gunn.
Yeah. What the Oh, I saw that blue straw. I thought somebody was going to come up and whack James in the back of the head with a lightsaber there for a second.
Yes, maybe Van from Kuiper Cave is in the house.
um, I have some issues with James Gunn as it is. Um, it depends on. I always thought that if you're going to have a shared universe, i.e., if you're going to make a Marvel movie or a DC movie, and films already exist out there of that IP, then yeah, you should have it tie in to some degree. As far with what's going on with whatever film you're watching. When it gets into pandering, is putting characters in there for absolutely no reason other than to say, "Hey, look who's back in a film,"
Like putting Superman at the end of Black Adam. Okay.
or putting Lando Calrissian in that last Jedi movie, or that there was no
Or
logical
bringing back
reason.
Han from the dead, and
Yeah, that too. Since we're on a Star Wars kick, but
since he wasn't a Jedi.
yeah, but and that was kind of, I think, part of the flaw with Rogue One was they didn't have to throw Princess Leia and C-3PO and R2-D2 into that movie,
Mhm.
to make it still part of the Star Wars universe. Darth Vader would have been actually cool. I mean, if I was to rewrite the last 30 minutes of that film, because that was the worst part of the whole film, was the last 30 minutes, because they didn't explain how R2-D2 and C-3PO can watch everybody's ship taking off while they're on the planet, and then all of a sudden be in the Princess Leia ship in the belly of that other ship. I mean, it's stuff like that. That's pandering and fan service for
Huh?
no reason. Rewatch Rogue One. C-3PO and R2-D2 are on the planet when they go to send the fleet off to Scarif to attack it,
Mhm.
to get the plans for the Death Star. And if you
Huh.
watch A New Hope, they're actually on Princess Leia's ship. So
Right, I
how
know
did
that
they
part.
get
No,
there?
I didn't even think they had them. I honestly, that's crazy. I don't even remember that. I remember.
See, the Darth Vader thing, that was awesome. I
Yeah.
think if that to end that film, they should have just like did a transmission of the plans to Leia's ship in the Outer Rim instead of having her ship. Because who takes an ambassador for Alderaan into battle?
It was because it was already a scheme as is, bro.
Cyrus, your thoughts?
What? It was already a scheme. We already know that.
I think
What?
when Vader went through and just started wrecking shop, they should have ended it right there. I didn't need anything
Yep.
else but that.
That was fire, bro.
But
I
in
love that
general,
part.
like aside from Star Wars, I mean,
Okay.
you can include Star Wars, but with the Easter eggs and nostalgia callbacks and stuff like that, is that cheap pandering or is it good storytelling?
I mean,
Depends on how it's done, right?
Yeah.
exactly. Because sometimes it'd be like, "Oh, that's great," but then other times I'd be like, "Dude, you are reaching."
Like
And
what they
same-
like. Honestly, what like if you want to go into a different, you said in that question it mentions Ghostbusters, like what they did for the new one, like not Frozen Empire, but the one right before that. I don't remember what that was called now. Oh, what was that called?
Oh, when they had Egon's ghost come and standing beside them, that's good. I
Yeah,
like that.
that was
that's
like
a good callback.
the
Having all the
recall-
original Ghostbusters have idiotic roles in that all-female reboot was stupid.
Okay,
That's
like we,
pandering.
that one was
That was horrible.
whatever it was.
And really quickly, Daryl says the rebellion had issue. Andor did a good job of showing the conflict and challenge of righteousness. A good story is a good story.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
And they
Andor,
didn't pander, did they? Did they show like Andor has its faults too, but
oh no, yeah, definitely the last season of Andor had its faults, but I think it was great what it did. I mean, that was nice to see a different story. It was nice to see the
Political intrigue.
yeah, it was like it was very spy versus spy type deal.
Spy versus spy.
You know, it was very, you know, they had set what's his name up to go to the planet, and then you know he's supposed to befriend these people, and then he has to report back on them and stuff like that. So there was a lot of political intrigue in it, and I enjoyed that. I actually did enjoy that. Mark thought I wouldn't because it was he was like, oh, it's more political, it's not all action, and I was like, yes,
Because you
I do that.
generally only like films and television if there's lots of action.
I do like that.
And
but-
Andor was a slow burn.
yeah, but I think it's also if it's something that it might also have to be something that interests me. Like so, Star Wars, that whole thing intrigues me. So therefore, I'm going to be more invested in checking that out.
So, Jimmy, something I wanted to call out and I wanted to get your opinion on while we're here. You watch this show quite often. Tyrus, you do too. And right now, we have 3 people on my Wi-Fi internet streaming live. And camera and microphone and audio quality is pretty good. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I can tell by the look on James's face right now. He is not happy about that.
So would you
I want
estimate
to say
that?
that when it comes to something,
James thinks you're number one. Mark is what James is implying.
yeah,
Well, so I guess, James, the point here ultimately is we've been trying to get you to understand that this is your crappy Wi-Fi.
wow,
Not anything else. Because clearly we've got 3 people on the same network right now, streaming video, audio, and as far as I can tell, everything seems to be going pretty smoothly.
Cool story, bro.
Facts?
Cool story, bro.
Facts?
but still, I mean, what do you want him to do? Buy charter until they fix his internet? I mean,
I'd like him to, get, and it's not his computer, because for a long time I genuinely thought it was a computer, because he's got a old beat down, iMac from '92 or something.
no, okay, that settles everything. That's the
Sky.
problem. He has an
It's
iMac.
what's that? Air. It's a MacBook Air.
Yeah,
Got
okay, fine. It's from like 2002, but
Not
ultimately, clearly, it's not the computer, because I can see you pretty crisply, and we're not having delays and stuff. So it's not the computer.
Cool story,
It's your
bro.
internet.
So
You've
what
got
do you want him
garbage
to?
internet.
Wow. I
Okay,
know.
so what do you want him to do about it?
Thanks for letting me know that because I don't know that already.
Well, no, because very often when we talk about it, you don't seem to understand. What do you mean? No, it seems fine on my end.
Because it does seem fine on my end.
Yeah, if he can't see what's going on, how's he supposed
Like
to
on
know?
my end, it does. I'm not lagging at all. On my end, there's no lag. When it's airing, yes, there is lag apparently because I haven't seen it. But if on my end, when I'm seeing it, there's no lag.
So you never went back and looked at an episode after you guys are done?
No,
No,
not
he
really.
doesn't. He doesn't prep before the show. What makes you think he's going to watch it after?
I don't know. If somebody said, "Hey, your internet looks like crap," I mean, I would be checking it out to see what they're
I
talking
did go
about.
back one time and I did notice it, but it wasn't. It was already
You're like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
because for some reason it's not every time.
So who's providing your internet?
I got Cox.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Let's get back to some important questions here. So we talked about this a little bit ago to a degree, but I want to get into specifically talking about some films rather than the comics. And these don't have to be comic book related films. And I'm going to give an example.
Okay.
But do casting decisions that gender swap or race bend iconic characters honor diversity or betray original creations? And I kind of want to, because to me this blends in as well with like the reboot concept. So for an example, we saw this happen with Disney and The Little Mermaid, where they took a story that was already written, already existed as an animated film. Let's reboot it and make it live action, and then let's completely change the character to a diversity hire, I guess. That wasn't even any good. And James has worked with me as a director on things. I always have had the philosophy of hire the best person for the part. I don't care what they look like, unless you are doing something that requires it. If you're doing a show, and some of you may not get this reference, but like Ragtime, which is a musical that requires diversity. If you're doing a musical like West Side Story that requires diversity and certain characters to be certain races or things of that nature. But if that's not the case, I really don't care if Ariel is black, if she is amazing. If she is at least as amazing as Jodie Benson was as Ariel. Thoughts, Tyrus?
I like Halle, but that's just me.
I mean, looking at Little Mermaid and the whole how certain people were so mad about it. It's a mermaid. First of all, it's a mermaid, and they tried to come up with something like, "Oh, well, what if we had a white girl play Tiana in Princess and the Frog?" And I'm like, "Well, now you're actually stepping on someone's culture in southern Louisiana, the Bayou, and
Because there's no white people out there.
no, there are, but when it comes to portrayals of Loa, there aren't any white ones. But when it comes to like a fictional character or something like a mythical being, like a
Which
mermaid,
Tiana is a fictional character.
or I mean, a mythical being. I also said so, like a mermaid or like Tinkerbell. People threw a fit that they changed the ethnicity of Tinkerbell, and I'm like, Tinkerbell was a little yellow fairy. Like, what's the problem with her being a black
She was
girl?
a fairy, not a canary. What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying. There is a time and place for everything. I do agree with you when you say, get the right person to play the role. If they can, their acting ability or singing ability is up there, then they can do the role. But it's like if you have, I don't know, some musical where Abraham Lincoln's in the musical, it's gonna be a 6-foot white guy, has to be. But if it's like a mythical being, like, just get over it. Like, let people just do their thing. But studios are,
Unless you're doing something like Hamilton, though.
Where you intentionally do a casting call that says no whites allowed.
No, not even that. It's just that
Okay, because that happened. But go ahead.
apparently, yeah, I know. But
I mean, I had a friend, well, actually, that was living with me for a while. He got all pissed off at they had like a theater, live action theater on TV of The Wiz, and he threw a fit because there weren't any white people in it.
well, The Wiz was. Oh, did you not know what The Wiz was?
I had to explain it to him.
Oh,
And I was like, yeah.
That
But
was-
if you look at Wizard of Oz, were there any black people in that? And he was like,
No.
yeah, there were. And I'm like, go ahead and look.
no,
So,
Flying monkeys.
you're stupid.
I mean, come on, Mark.
He's just baiting you at this point.
I know.
Yeah, he is.
I know.
Think?
It's
He's baiting both of us at this point.
once again, getting back on track here, a mermaid, because you brought up Little Mermaid, a mermaid,
It was an example, to be clear.
it doesn't exist. So I really don't care about ethnicity. Now, if you really want to get into the nitty gritty about it, let's go back into the 90s when they redid Cinderella and the prince was Asian and who was Brandy? Was it Brandy?
Brandy was Cinderella. Whoopi Goldberg was the queen. Jason Alexander was the king.
Hold on,
Yeah.
because I can give
Were there any problems then?
No.
Let's
nobody
go.
watched
Let's
it.
go to a little closer to what now is when we had another Cinderella reboot. Who was was her name Camilla or something like that?
Oh, Camila Cabello?
And she played Cinderella, right?
No problem.
So did Brandy.
She's Hispanic.
Yeah,
right?
we mentioned Brandy already. We get with the time.
She's Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
She's not white, right?
Well, okay, What
But
about?
that was also not. I mean, that was okay.
Hold on, I'm going to give you
Beyonce
another
also on
specific
Amazon
example
Prime.
because Shawshank Redemption. It specifically references that
Oh, Red was supposed to be Irish.
Irish, white, but yet Morgan Freeman played him.
Yes, and
So that's
Morgan
not a
Freeman-
mythical character. So
Maybe they could. Maybe
Well,
they
What's-
could find.
he was
technically it is.
amazing.
It's a
He
fictional
was amazing.
character.
Oh yeah, maybe they. But yeah, maybe they couldn't find somebody that could play it, and Morgan Freeman was the one.
Mhm.
No, or
I mean,
just
Morgan
I'm just
Freeman
saying-
walks in the room and says,
Or
"I'm
they
going to
just went
play
off
Jesus
of,
Christ." I'm not going to argue with him.
I played
Well,
God.
Well,
Cool.
they like
You're in,
did, like
Morgan.
Mark said, cast the best person for the role.
Mhm.
And Morgan
I mean, when
Freeman's
he
gonna
says
be
his
good,
name
but
is
always
Red, you can kind of almost see on Morgan Freeman's face that he's kind of, laughing about it. I mean,
They call him. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a weird nickname.
yeah,
And I mean, and they could have done something a little bit different because I mean, there are black people that have red hair. Not many, but there was when I was younger. There was points in time when my hair was longer that when I went in the sun, my hair would look red.
okay.
Are you a daywalker?
No, I'm just saying it didn't it's not
You got
anymore.
Yes.
No, I have a cousin with red hair.
Oh yeah, see, it happens. So I mean,
His nickname is Red Boy. So yeah,
Michael Clark Duncan playing Kingpin.
horrible.
Yeah, that was bad.
that movie had issues already.
Yeah.
All right,
So
That was
honestly,
just
I'm not
all-
gonna lie to you. When I saw Michael Clark Duncan, I was actually kind of juiced, but because I like Michael Clark Duncan. But also, when they opened that scene with NERD, I was already hyped. So they they had me at it. I didn't really have a problem with it, but I look back on that entire movie and I was like, no, this was bad.
I mean, the original Bucky was he black?
No.
No,
Was he? Because I remember seeing a comic where it showed him when he was black.
you sure it was Bucky?
That's what I thought it was.
There was a Marvel comic book.
That's
'Cause
why I'm
there are
asking.
some other characters out there that kind of look like other characters, but they're different.
Yeah.
The same but different. But I don't think
mean-
Bucky's ever been.
I think Bucky has only been white.
And then what about the pilot of the Simpsons, Smithers?
Oh yeah, well they also also the pilot. You got to remember that's changed a lot.
That don't
since,
count.
too.
Yeah, pilot count.
Yeah, that
are you
pilot.
talking about on the
25 years ago.
Tracy Ullman show.
Tracy Ullman show? Or are you talking about?
Yeah, when they started on the Tracy Ullman show, they were all kind of a little bit different, but
Yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, honestly, I'm like, if you want to change ethnicity, then that person better blow me away.
I feel you.
But if it's a actual person like within history, then you need to get the ethnicity right.
Like I remember there was people all up in arms because the girl who played Rue in the original Hunger Games was black, but you go back and read the book, and apparently they should. I mean, I didn't read the book, but I know I should have started off with that. But they put the description of the character from the book, how it read in the book, and I was like, no, that pretty much sounds like a black girl to me.
Well, let me ask you guys something, since you guys love asking questions. Let's talk about the Harry Potter.
The original
no,
film, the
no,
books,
the series.
upcoming series.
This upcoming series where Snape is black.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't know
You didn't know that?
I haven't seen anything
There's
for
been
it yet.
a generated amount of hatred for the fact that Snape is now black. Now,
Why can't he be black? I don't remember seeing any description about him.
there is a description about him in the books where
A
it
thin
mentions-
man with greasy shoulder-length black hair, a large hook nose, sallow yellow-greenish skin, and cold black tunnel-like eyes. That is his physical description.
Is he light skinned?
It says
Yellow green?
No. I'm talking
greenish.
about is the dude that's playing him? Is he black or is he like
Dude, he purple.
like Nigerian?
Yes.
He's like Cotton Top, but darker.
Ooh,
I
wow.
mean, he darker than midnight, bro.
Wow.
You cannot see him in the daytime with the flashlight.
He
is
needs to
dark
smile or open his eyes.
Midnight, bruh. Like unlockable character, bruh.
Oh man.
That's
I mean, you can go into a pitch black room and if he walks in, you can see him. That's how dark he is.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I personally
That's black. Black.
blackity black, y'all.
No, that's black on black on black on black.
I
Now-
personally want to see this just to see his acting ability, because if he does not knock me out of the park, I'm sorry, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
he does not fit the description whatsoever.
Now, let me understand something real quick. When you tell me they're doing this Harry Potter series, I mean, I heard about the Harry Potter series. Are they basically digging more in? They're doing the same story, but they're just going more in depth into them.
Hopefully, or otherwise, what's the
what
point?
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff cut from the books.
Yeah, I understand that. But like, so is this going to be like season 1 is going to be book 1 season? So they're going to have like what 7? How many books are there?
That is how they've kind of
no
sold
idea.
it.
Is there 7 books?
Yes.
So yeah, so they're going to do like basically 7 seasons, and then each book they basically can go more in depth.
If they can get that far.
Now,
I
who knows?
mean,
They may, to
I-
be clear, right? They may, through post-production, make him look like Snape. Snape's physical description, right? With yellowish,
They could do
greenish
that.
skin, right? That's possible.
Mhm.
They could do that. Yeah.
To Tyrus's point and to my point previously, I don't care what you look like unless it's a required thing.
Well, see,
I
here's the
don't-
thing: is that
just
I've
because
seen
the
West Side.
book-
I've seen West Side Story with 2 white girls playing. Oh no, sorry, 1 white girl playing Maria.
And how
And I
seriously
was-
were you able to take that?
I wasn't.
That's the point, right? Now, again, Snape being white, black, Hispanic, Asian, I don't think matters. I don't think that his race plays into it at all, nor should it. So, as long as the actor is amazing,
Yeah.
at least the caliber of Alan Rickman,
Well, that's kind of hard because Alan Rickman is Alan Rickman. You know.
but I don't think Alan Rickman was best for Snape because he was a white guy. He didn't have yellowish, greenish skin, nor in post-production did they give him that. He doesn't have a hooked nose. So again, I think to Tyrus's point earlier, with fictional characters, it to a degree is okay to have some interpretation, unless it is required for the content of the story. You can't do Ragtime or West Side Story successfully by having white girls playing Maria or having black people playing the New Rochelle characters in Ragtime.
Unless, hey, the only way I can see, never mind. No, that wouldn't even work.
Unless
I was gonna say if you swapped everything in Ragtime, but it wouldn't work.
unless
That
West
would-
Side Story had something
That's what they did. with
something
Liz,
like
why not?
me being a shark and you being a jet and all of the
I did
leading
that.
sharks
What are you talking about? We
were
were
Filipino.
look. We had to fight each other.
Yeah, and you did that in
All
at
three of us.
Maloney College when the
Yeah,
three of
yeah.
us were in West Side Story
Yeah,
together.
you were.
I was a shark. Yeah,
You were a
you were a
shark.
jet.
I was a jet, and we had to, and of course we ended up.
Then
having to fight
again,
each other.
it was a modern take where we wore blue and you wore red because we were more Bloods and Crips for some reason.
And it's true. The
Damn.
leading characters were Filipino.
Both. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to throw this whole discussion out there, what about Othello then?
I think
once
Othello has.
again,
I mean, whoever. I think the person playing Othello, I think has to be black. But
Because Orson Welles
Oh,
has
really?
done it at one point.
I mean,
Think so.
any other character, it's whatever. I think, but I think just Othello has to be like. I think. I mean, because they talk about him being a Moor.
Yeah, 1951 film, Othello.
I mean,
Starred,
Shakespeare play, but he is written as a physical description as a dashing, strong military hero, a Moor, a native North African, living in a society considers him as somewhat of an outsider. Othello's black skin stands out in the pearly white society of 16th century Venice.
Right, and so that's why the only reason I think that is he has to be black. But like the other characters, I'm whatever. I mean, like I saw like Kenneth Branagh's version with Lawrence Fishburne, fire.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think Tom showed that to like every class, but but no, he's absolutely fire in that show or in that movie. And Kenneth Branagh is Iago, and I don't remember like, but I think for Othello, it has to be a black. It has to be. I think that person has to be black. But I understand.
Orson Welles
that,
isn't
but
black.
I've never heard of that one, and I've never seen. I'll have to look that up.
I mean, if you look into older movies, wasn't Marlon Brando like Asian in one of those movies?
Like
Oh,
Scarlett
the best was
Johansson.
John Wayne playing Genghis
Who?
Khan. Look that one up. John Wayne
Yo,
playing Genghis
what?
Khan.
Huh? Yo, that's crazy,
That was
bro.
I mean,
Yeah.
and
What-
unfortunately, in today's society, when you put specific people of color in specific roles, people throw fits. I mean, yeah, let's look at Last of Us. I actually did love the way they did Last of Us. It wasn't quite flush to the video game, but it was still good. And Joel,
They had points of the video game in there. sure.
Joel is white, but
Yeah.
it was played by Pedro
Pedro,
Pascal.
but that's also Pedro was hot, and I think he did a killer job at it.
Oh, he did, definitely.
I mean, again, he could have been one.
I don't know. Maybe it is his laptop.
What?
He just
Yeah.
froze up.
What about Ben Kingsley as Mahatma Gandhi?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they did
That
brown him up a
threw
little
me.
bit. Though.
Yeah, that one threw me. I was like, whoa.
They browned
Liz-
him up a little bit.
Liz Taylor, Cleopatra.
That was garbage.
Anthony Hopkins as Methuselah.
I
This
don't-
isn't as much historical, but
I didn't
Mickey
know about that
Rooney as Mr. Yunioshi.
Huh?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
No, I haven't seen that movie in a long.
Oh, that is like the quintessential racist yellow face. He literally plays Mickey Rooney plays like an Asian guy with like almost buck teeth. And, oh yes, very nice, Mister. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Oh.
yeah.
Yikes.
It's
You want
bad.
to get even worse? I'll give it to you even worse. What's that? Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two main.
You watched
Yeah,
that?
I had no choice.
You have
You
a
know-
choice.
You always have a
Um,
choice. You always
when
have
you're
a
on a
choice.
cruise with.
Hold on, Jimmy. Next time I come on your show, do I have a choice to not watch the trailers that you send me? Let's see.
Nope. That's
Okay,
part of the
okay. I
show.
was on a
That's
cruise
different.
with a female, and she wanted to watch the movie.
Okay.
Still sounds like you had a choice.
Well, you listen.
walk
No,
around
you
the boat.
thought he had a choice. There was only one.
Anyways,
There was only one choice.
so the two main characters, the main
Get it.
male and female character, the both of them are Asian, but they are also half white.
Huh?
They are both of them are half white.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And what's her face from the Real World San Diego? Was it Jamie Chung or something like that?
I'm not taking anybody from Real World seriously.
Well, she's
Except
gone.
for Mike Mizanin.
She's gone on to do
Yeah.
multiple works. She was in Scream Queens, and in that TV show on HBO with Jonathan Majors, Lovecraft Country.
Oh,
She was the Fox Demon. Anyways, she went on to say you couldn't get full Asians,
there was a bunch of full Asians in that movie.
but the main characters were half white.
I listen. If you hadn't told me that right now, I would have never known the difference.
The Asian community also went after Andrew Koji when he was Storm Shadow in G.I. Joe
Why?
because he's half British. They
fictional
also,
character.
I'm sorry. Is he more Asian than British?
yeah, he looks Asian to me.
Is
Yeah,
he more Asian
He,
than British?
wait,
Well, I'm saying,
wait.
I'm sorry. It does. I mean,
Let me
he
break
doesn't.
it
He
down
did
for you one more
like.
time.
Listen, unless half the time with some of these British actors, unless I hear them talk, I have zero clue that they're British.
Oh, his thick British accent. His
That's what I'm saying. But like half the time, I don't know that they're British half the time.
So they're going after Andrew Koji again because he is in this series called Warrior, which I really love. Based off of Bruce Lee's. This was
Oh,
Bruce
yeah,
Lee's
yeah, yeah.
original push
Yeah.
before Kung Fu.
Yeah.
So he plays the main character, but he's half Japanese and British. Asian community went after him because he wasn't Chinese. Now he's playing Ryu in the new Street Fighter movie.
Are they gonna have a problem with that too?
No, but they're going to have a problem with Roman Reigns having Akuma because he's Samoan, not Japanese.
But everybody will be good
but
with
look.
Cody Rhodes playing Guile.
Look, Akuma looks. Akuma looks like.
Roman Reigns looks like
Do
Akuma.
not
Yeah,
judge
he
a
does.
person on the color of their skin, but on the context of their character.
Content.
And he looks.
Isn't in the
But
Street
my
Fighter
man looks
Jason
red
Momoa
though.
playing
Like
Isn't it
Akuma looks red to me.
He's just a dark-skinned Japanese guy.
Oh, is he? Because I had no idea he was Japanese. But
He's
like,
been out in the sun a lot.
yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. He looked dark to me.
Who's playing Dawson?
I don't know. 50 Cent is Balrog,
Yeah, as he
That's
should.
amazing casting.
and I saw what he was looking like right now. He looks great.
Did he get back? Hey, did he get back in
Idiot.
50 Cent shape though?
Vidyet
he's
is
skinny.
playing
Huh?
Dawson.
He's skinny.
Oh, okay.
His
Who?
name is Vidyet. I
You got a picture?
assume he's.
It did.
It looks like Bollywood actor.
Yeah. Probably.
However, Jason Momoa is playing Blanca.
Blanca, yeah.
Yeah. I
I
don't
do
get that
like
one. Brazilian?
Eric Andre as Don Savage. I think that's
I
a
don't even know who
fantastic
that is.
casting.
What's his name? Dan. Dan. He's being played by that
Andrew
comedian.
Schultz.
Andrew Schultz. Yeah.
I don't. Are these newer characters?
Dan? No, Dan's been out for a minute. He's like a cheap rip-off of Ken and Ryu.
Oh no, I haven't played Street Fighter in forever either.
Like when he throws his fireball, it's like super tiny.
However, I do got to say that the M. Bison casting, I'm immensely concerned about.
Who's in Bison?
David Dasmalchian. You might
Sorry,
best
nobody-
know him from Suicide Squad or Ant-Man.
Nobody's better than Raul Julia.
Baba Yaga.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Raul
Oh,
Julia was
He looks
really good.
small, dude.
Yo, Raul Julia was doing that with cancer, bro.
Yeah.
And nobody knew.
That was his death film.
Yeah, nobody knew about
Well,
it.
just like Chadwick.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Let's get back to asking some controversial type questions.
Because this is evolving softball so far.
Well, we thought the Superman thing would we thought for sure the Superman thing would send y'all up the wall.
Yeah, especially with prefacing it that Christopher
Oh.
Reeves was the best. I didn't know if you guys would agree on that. So I was actually surprised.
Well, you're framing the question like
So
that,
much for
so
being
it's
a
like, if
contrarian
you
on
would've left-
everything.
I know.
Okay, here we go. So, Tyrus, should streaming platforms release full seasons at once, or should they be weekly releases?
Sometimes I intentionally wait for a show to finish streaming just to binge it.
So, are you saying that for you, you prefer the binge, so therefore they should release it that way, or
I personally prefer the binge.
Now I know why they started doing the weekly thing. They started the weekly thing to keep viewership up because they found that if once a show was fully released, it would be people would
Watch it
sign
and be
on,
done with it.
watch it, or sign up, whatever, watch it, and then be done. And then that's losing a viewer. But they could also wait till everything is on there and then watch it and then be done anyways. But I know that was one of the reasons that they started doing the weekly release.
Jimmy, your thoughts?
I think streaming services should just release it. If they're going to do any kind of episodic thing, they should just release it. I mean, that's the whole point of the streaming service. If you're going to put it out weekly like that, then you might as well just release it on standard cable.
Fair. Jimmy, what are your thoughts on variant covers? Is this are they just an endless reprint helping the industry stay afloat, or are they exploiting characters and artificial scarcity?
You mean
On
variant
comic books.
covers? Okay, a variant cover is just to sell the comic book by having a different artist doing the artwork. That's a variant cover. So, um, I don't know. It depends on if you like a particular artist or an artist's style. It can help, but it just depends on how the industry is doing it. Because, I think the most egregious one was actually every week, Diamond Entertainment or Dynamite Entertainment and Boom Studios. They will release, if it's a really hot comic book, they will release up to 23 different variant covers to try and get more sales. But some of them are even tiered to where it's 1 in 25 is usually the standard, to up to, I've seen 1 in 1,000, which means that a comic book store has to buy 1,000 copies of it to get that one variant in store. So, and it's a way for, I think it's a big waste of time for the comic book collectors. I think if they didn't make it so ridiculous to where it's like incredibly stupid numbers, because I've seen so many of them like at a 1 in 500, 500, 1 in 250. Dynamite Entertainment actually went as far as with Vampirella to release 666.
So you've engaged obviously a lot with Dreamwell Comics, which is the local comic book store up here in Northern Nevada. On average, for a even highly anticipated release, which I'm thinking maybe this Deadpool versus Batman might be a highly anticipated release, how many books are they buying in advance?
Oh, I have no idea. See, and there's another thing that a lot of people don't consider about when the comic shop has to order, is ordering 3 months out in anticipation. So, like final order cutoff or FOC would be now for books that are coming out in December. So you would have to anticipate what is going to be a top seller and what people are going to buy. So it's kind of plays into the comic book shop has to know their clientele and talk and converse with them and kind of keep a tight-knit community. Around here, I don't hang around with too many other comic book collectors like I used to when I lived in the Bay Area. Because when I lived in the Bay Area, I worked at Comics and Comics in Palo Alto. So I knew people that collected comic books. So I knew what was coming out was hot, what was hot,
what's based on what they were already talking about, what they were already feeling.
Yeah. So but nowadays I have no idea what anybody would even want. I mean, and some of the stuff I've gotten issues. I would always hit the indies because Comics and Comics always had like a really cool indie section. So I got a bunch of comic books, and back then I was buying 2 copies of each, one to read and one just to collect. So I got a bunch of stuff that's like worth hundreds of dollars now just because of the rarity of it from back then, and the characters being absorbed into other things. Like I guess Angela, who's a big character in DC in Marvel now, started off as a Spawn character. So there's this weird crossovering that's going on with characters now. That's but I think variant covers, it can be a fun thing to do occasionally, but when you're basing your whole business model off of doing that every single month, then you're not going to get in, and it could very well, depending on what the financial situation is with a comic book shop, how it will affect them in the long run. I mean, it all depends on also the return policies if they're to, for unsold issues and stuff like that. So it depends on a lot of different factors, but I think it's a waste of time for publishers to be doing it, and so it's a crazy expense for people that are forced to have to buy, X amount, or try and find a shop that can buy X amount in order to get that one
Tyrus,
variant.
what are your thoughts on variant covers?
They're cash grab for me. I mean, I'll take it slightly in a different direction here. When I was a kid, I used to love collecting Garbage Pail Kids. And one thing that really bothered me is that your set wasn't complete unless you had both sets. There was A series and B series of the same sticker. So for
And they always had
Oh,
that
yeah.
horrible gum.
and I chewed the hell out of it. So their Garbage Pail Kids like poster sticker would be Atom Bomb. So you have the kid standing there pushing a button and his head's blown up. But instead of Atom Bomb, B series, his name is Blasted Billy or something like that. And so that would make me go out and buy more and more and more because I wanted to have the complete set. And it's all a cash grab. It's the same sticker. So when it comes to variant covers, to me, is it changing anything in the comic? No,
It's literally just the cover.
it's just the cover. It's a cash grab.
I don't disagree. James, you got one?
Yeah, actually, this is more towards Jimmy. Are digital comics helping or killing the physical comic book industry? Well, that title's kind of weird. That question's kind of weirdly worded, but
I'd say it's killing. I mean, it doesn't do any. It does a disservice to the industry as a whole when they just release comic books digitally. Now, if they release them digitally with a pretense that they're going to eventually put them out as okay, what the hell, Tyrus?
I had to
Threw me
sneeze.
off
I'm
all of a
sorry.
sudden. Oh, okay. So I think it does us disservice by releasing them digitally if they're not going to plan on putting them out in print at a later date. It's kind of like but it's kind of like getting into the whole thing with technology and writing now too, because do you release a physical book or do you do a digital book like on Kindle or Amazon? So it's kind of one of those. Society is in a weird place with all kind of media
yeah,
right now
there are some books that
either
I've read. I mean,
go
there was a series of books that I was reading that there was a crossover event on Kindle, and I was like, I don't have a Kindle, but I want to read this book. So, I mean, yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying there.
So, I mean, if they release them, if it's taking the old things and putting them into digital form so that they're actually saved, then I have no problem with that. But to release something new digitally and only digitally, I think that is a disservice to the. But if they're going to release something digitally for a limited time, that would get people who are into. It's like do you prefer to hold a tablet or do you want to hold the actual physical book? So that's where it kind of goes for me. I think it's a bad idea for them to go digital. I think it's a medium that needs to stay in print, as with books.
Tyrus, I got one for you. Are reboots, and we'll use X-Men 97 as a specific example. Is that revitalizing an old IP, or is it proof that Hollywood is kind of out of ideas?
I'm glad you didn't ask.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so initially I liked the X-Men 97 reboot.
But I thought it was in a reboot, though.
Technically,
because in the original, Morph died like in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but remember, he also ended up showing up later on, but he like ran off.
But
he didn't actually die.
But once again, looking at what I experienced as a kid watching these shows like X-Men and now watching what's new, it's good to see that it's it gets a full story. It gets to keep going, but it's not the same. It's not the same at all. And people are so damn sensitive that there are topics and ways of fighting and everything else that you can touch on back then that are now offensive. And
You
they
saw they're
play.
doing Spider-Man 94 or something like that.
I haven't seen it. Are they really doing that too?
Yeah, so they're basically. I just saw a post. I saw a poster for it the other day.
Is it real though?
It everything on there looked real. Yeah,
It
it looked
seemed
and
legit.
sounded real.
But reboots, I'm really
It's a comic book reboot. It's not.
No, it was. Was it a comic book? Because it looked like the TV. It looked like
Yes.
the animated series.
Just announced September 3rd. I'm sorry, just released on September 3rd. Spider-Man 94 #1 released.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was a. I thought it was the.
I kind
Thank you,
of
James,
think
for doing
think reboots are just lack of creativity and
Kind of.
because they're trying to take something that we grew up on and beloved and they just wreck it. I mean, the Snow White was freaking horrible. I'm sorry, dude. No, don't even. No, it was horrible.
I guess I went in with.
Okay,
I guess I went in with super low expectations. So
I'm gonna be a contrarian if you say it's good. I'm gonna.
No, listen. I didn't say it was good. I just said I went in with low expectations.
Okay,
I
James.
think it was that bad.
Since how about for you then? Same concept, right? We're talking about reboots, and is it revitalizing an IP, or is Hollywood of ideas? Fresh Prince, or as they call it now, Bel Air.
So one of the reasons I liked about that series is that they actually took that series and made it darker. They made it more gritty. They made it more street, and I really dug that. And they also made it. But they kept it also a little bit more. They modernized it to where we were when it was released. And actually, that's one of the things too is when that show was released. Actually, before that show was released, somebody made a trailer for that was like and it wasn't even a real show. It was just it was like almost like a fan made trailer, and they made this trailer, and it got Will Smith got his eyes on it, and absolutely loved it. Met the guys, and then that's how it ended up being turned into Bel Air because, like it was Will Smith said, "This is what we wanted to do with the show, but because it was a quote unquote sitcom, they couldn't." So, like that's one of the things I like about Bel Air is that they kept everything, they kept all the characters. They changed up some of the stories a little bit changed, like from the series, of course, but they kept the characters. They didn't really add anybody else, and they modernized it, and they kept it. To me, they kept it really like legit, kind of grimy, and that's what I dug that. I really dug that about that show.
Jimmy, response?
Okay, so kind of getting back to the whole Little Mermaid scenario, I hate anything that is a reboot, especially if you're taking something that was good.
Except for Godzilla.
Well, it depends. The original Godzilla that the Americanized version. Remember the first one with Matthew Broderick? That was absolute garbage.
Yeah,
I
P.
mean,
Diddy had a very famous song with Jimmy Page using the music from Kashmir.
Oh my gosh!
For Godzilla?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
they couldn't make that movie any worse. They had to
Hear
ruin the
my
soundtrack
eyes,
too.
hear
Huh?
my calls, lend me your ears, see my faults,
Yeah.
see my errors.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
I do
Come
remember
with
that.
me.
So
Come with me.
that's a perfect example of that movie. That Godzilla movie was absolutely horrible. They should never have released that. It shouldn't have even been called Godzilla. It should have been just called Iguana.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
it
looked.
was,
Yeah,
it was horrible.
It looked like an iguana.
So
yeah.
I mean, and then they started remaking all of the classic cartoons as live action, which was stupid. That was the dumbest thing they ever decided to do. So I hate when they reboot things because it does show a lack of imagination because they're going so hard with all of these reboots. Um, what was it? Total Recall. The
Yeah, I didn't
original
think that needed to be remade.
Running Man's coming back.
Running Man is
RoboCop.
actually, here's the thing about Running Man. Oh yeah, RoboCop's another one. I don't care how much they
Actually,
that one was
you know what?
garbage too.
Oh,
But
I didn't.
Running Man
I
is actually the way they're doing it now. This one that's coming out is it sticks more to the actual book and story that was in the Bachman books than the Arnold Schwarzenegger one is.
Oh, so it was literally like it was like a game show where these people are because I didn't see the original Running Man either. So I mean, like, so is it really like a game show where people are you just got to survive?
You just got to survive, and you have 30 days and survive any way you can.
Oh, so
And it actually ends
and
with him on a plane. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if they're going to do that. I'm not going to, unless you guys care.
I didn't.
Well,
I know
actually,
I need
no,
to.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say it because it ain't going to be nothing like the book anyway. The plane ends up crashing with him on it because he couldn't get to the controls because his intestines got hooked on one of the bolts of the chairs because his guts were coming out.
Yeah.
So he
Notice
couldn't.
the film's not going to do that.
Yeah, they ain't going to do that.
Yeah.
But so when the original Running Man came out, I was like, all right, this is nothing like the book, but it was a fun movie because it was, typical Arnold Schwarzenegger camp. But as far as them rebooting everything on the planet, which they currently are doing, I think it's all garbage and a waste of time. I think there's no originality left in Hollywood. Everybody thinks it's a good idea to go and change everything for modern audiences, which makes no sense to me because I haven't changed my viewpoints on how I like things. So who is this modern audience that they're trying to appeal to? Because obviously, when almost 1 out of 10 of these things actually makes their money back, you're not doing it right anyway. So it's just everybody thinks they can reinvent the wheel.
And so to your point, right? One of the things I can say comfortably, Oak Bridge is done. It's in the wind. It's out there. But Oak Bridge is a bit of a rip on Stranger Things, right? And that's okay. It's not Stranger Things
No,
rebooted.
it's again, but I will. People are like, oh, it's like Stranger. No, yes, but it's because it's inspired by.
Mhm.
It's inspired by
and
Stranger Things, but it's not Stranger Things.
and
A
my
lot of the
point
concepts
ultimately
are
here
also the
is
same.
that I feel like the audio drama sphere is really where people are trying to bring originality uh, to the entertainment industry because I agree that I think television and movies is rehashing too much old crap um, to play on nostalgia, to play on the feels. Tyrus, you're the creator of Firebird Valley, which is a series you're currently working on and writing. It's in development. It's in pretty far along actually. This week you submitted episode 6, which was potentially a season finale, and you and I have been going back over
6
the last.
episodes, and that's a season finale.
So to that point,
You
right?
shut your mouth, sir. Tyrus Rayner is a national treasure.
I'm doing this by myself. I didn't bring in writers, so
Okay.
But to that point, right? We looking at the
Limited series, that's not-
Firebird Valley without giving any content away, right? We've analyzed that these 6 episodes, from my opinion as an executive producer, it's there's too much of a story to tell in 6 episodes. We need to expand. We need to take those 6 episodes and the content that's within those 6 episodes and stretch it out to 8 to 10 episodes because you have a lot of story you want to tell. And the story you want to tell is it. You are doing a very good job of world building, but unfortunately, the path of building a world that is not, Bram Stoker's Dracula, that is not, Shelley's Frankenstein, right? You're trying to build a truly unique world that plays on themes from some of those things, right?
In a very loquacious way.
Get the hell out of here with your fancy words.
I was going to say, can you please use that word in a sentence?
He can't.
No, I absolutely can.
Go ahead.
The way that Tyrus writes very loquaciously.
Okay, can you define that for me,
No,
please?
basically it's used.
Can you spell
using,
it? I can't.
using a lot of words.
Okay.
Or like
So
uses-
so Tyrus is writing, and you know, here's the thing, and I'm going to be frank, and you know, we're live for an audience, whatever. But
But we
at the
like
end
you
of the
being Mark.
at the end of the day, Tyrus has written a show, and I told him this straight up that I think is very good. I don't think there's anything that we need to cut. It's just that it's too much
Yeah.
in 6 episodes that I think focus is split so much because you're trying to build a world, a universe, as they call it in Marvel and DC these days. You're trying to develop a universe for your audience too much too fast. And so that's where we either need to pare down to be more laser focused on 3 topics instead of 50, or we need to expand the length of the season to be able to tell those stories. And I think this is where, to Jimmy's point, right? Hollywood and soon to be Vegas, they're not focusing on telling news stories. They're focusing on what worked well in the 80s and 90s, and let's retell it because there's these kids that have been born since then that don't know these stories, and we knew they worked then, so let's do it again.
Well, they
Or
do know
like
these
they
stories.
did,
'Cause all
but
you have
it-
to do is watch reruns. I mean,
yeah, you
that's
can
the
watch the whole
problem.
series. But like,
Getting
didn't they
into-
do? They like Mean Girls came out, and then a few years later they had Mean Girls the musical in as a show, or Mean Girls as a show on Broadway, and then they released Mean Girls again, but it was the musical version. So I mean, that is almost too much to me.
I mean, Freaky Friday's getting rebooted again. Come on.
No, it already got rebooted. They just did a sequel to Freaky Friday.
Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday.
Yes.
Which is actually not a bad movie.
Freaky
So-
Friday with who's in it currently was already a reboot.
Yeah, like Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Or
like,
something like a grandkid is in it now. And
No, so Freakier Friday is Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role from Freaky Friday as well as Lindsay Lohan. But Lindsay Lohan now has a daughter, and then there was another girl who is about to be Lindsay Lohan's.
James
stepdaughter.
went and saw this film, ladies and gentlemen.
I did see this movie.
Okay.
I was kind of
voluntarily.
yeah, because I like Lindsay Lohan and I like Jamie Lee Curtis.
Not because a girl he's on a cruise with made him do it.
Listen, again, in Tyrus's defense, he did not have a choice.
Yes.
To watch this movie.
Yes.
He did not have a choice but to watch this movie. I got
Yes.
you, bro.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, we
Thank you.
got Jimmy here. Jimmy, please have my back. Because I'm gonna bring this up
Uh-oh.
because this was done fatter and blacker like maybe a year ago when we ended up talking about some of the worst movies ever done.
Oh,
And I said,
That list has grown since then.
I said at the time, the 3rd worst movie ever created was Masters of the Universe,
Oh, yeah.
of which
That was
James
horrible.
turned around and was like, "No, it was great."
Oh,
And
that movie was horrible.
no,
I threw a
listen,
fit.
listen.
I threw a fit, and Mark cut me off. He's like, "You need to chill out."
No.
That movie was
so here's the thing.
absolute garbage.
I'm not gonna lie, I was baiting Tyrus on that one. I was definitely baiting him.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, I really liked that movie because I was a fan of He-Man. But now I go back and look at it, I'm like, yo, this had nothing to do with He-Man.
No, it did. See, I liked He-Man when I was growing up too. I had the toys. I watched the cartoon. Then that movie came out, and I'm like, "What the hell is this crap?"
And this is why I'm bringing this up. Aside from it being like the 3rd worst movie ever created,
James liked it.
and James liked it.
I could easily list many worse films that would not make it 3rd. Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah.
Howard the Duck was good.
I like Howard the Duck better than Masters of the
Master of
Universe.
the Universe.
Jaws.
He does have a point.
Okay,
I'm like,
He has a point.
Jaws didn't need to be Jaws. Like the first one was good, and then
Batman
after that,
and Robin.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
horrible.
was that the? Wait, was
God.
Batman and Robin?
That was the one with bat nipples.
That was Clooney and O'Donnell, dude. And
Bat
Alicia
nipples.
Silverstone.
Oh, was that Clooney?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Alicia
horrible,
Silverstone in a suit that was way too.
She was
Made-
swimming. She was swimming in that suit.
It made her look like she was obese, and she was not.
Alicia Silverstone was
Spice
she was so
World.
hot at that time. Spice
What?
World, yo,
Come
bro,
on,
come
come
on,
on,
hate on
Spice-
the Spice Girls.
Spice Girls, bro. Come on now.
See, for it to be a bad movie, you got to actually watch it to determine it's a bad movie. I've
Yeah.
never seen
Dragon Ball
Spice World.
Evolution.
No,
That's the number one worst movie of the world.
That was
Dragon Ball.
Listen, I didn't even see that movie, and I know that was garbage. Like I saw the trailer for that, and I was like, huh?
Absolutely disgusting. Hot garbage.
And
Cats.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cats
nightmare
was
fuel.
creepy more than anything else.
Morbius.
That was horrible. That was
Morbius.
that
Listen,
was a
there was
garbage
Morbius.
movie.
Jared
had-
Leto was garbage. The film was garbage.
Hey, look, the
only
only
thing
thing that
definitely in
saved
the
it
top
was
10.
is
that
a post-credit scene
post-credit
with
scene
Michael
with- yeah.
Keaton.
Of course, but like at the same time, I think
Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Hey, I enjoyed Space Jam.
Of course,
I
you
enjoyed
did.
all of them.
Why did LeBron James need a stunt double
I don't know that about that,
to
but
play cartoon characters?
I think
I mean-
LeBron. I thought they should like. I was always under the concept that they did another Space Jam movie. They should do another sport. I really thought they
Fair
should do
enough.
another sport.
That's a good.
But
Good
But
point.
like I
Yeah, they should have brought Michael Jordan back to play baseball.
no, but definitely not. But
Spaceballs.
He
but I
played
did-
baseball.
oh yeah, no Spaceballs.
They can have
the
Bo
sequel
Jackson
to
in there,
that,
too.
I don't know why they're doing that.
But the reason why I brought that up is because aside from me growing up watching the cartoon and then being so disappointed in the movie, they did a reboot of You Got to Get It Right. It was a continuation of the comic that was sold with the toys called Masters of the Universe. The 80s cartoon got changed to He-Man and Masters of the Universe. So that's same universe, same concept, but they made He-Man more of a main character. And
Adam is
now-
dumb.
and people hated who directed the Netflix reboot. It was
Oh, Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, yeah. And they
I didn't
hated
mind those.
they hated the first season because of Prince Adam dying off, like in the first.
Yeah,
couple
that was
episodes.
stupid. I mean,
And they were like, "Oh, it's not He-Man." I'm like, "No, it's Masters of the Universe. It's the whole collective, not just He-Man." The next season came out, and the best decision they made was getting rid of Sarah Michelle Gellar because she was horrible as Tila. But they totally redeemed themselves, and then they bought Gwildor from the movie and made him canon. And to end my argument, they're rebooting He-Man again, live action. It's already wrapped.
Yeah,
I
that
gotta
was-
see a trailer for it first before.
Yeah,
I
I've been
make a
known about that.
So
Oh yeah, they got a new and they when they wrapped filming, they showed a picture of He-Man's sword, and that was pretty much it. The guy that got it playing it is does not look like He-Man. He is super scrawny.
and I saw like just a picture.
So is that just him playing Prince Adam?
No, but it sounds like they're going off of the script from the original movie because it takes place on Earth, which is
That's what I'm
stupid.
saying. It's not in Eternia again.
Oh,
It's stupid. You think they'd learn their lesson? I mean, and by the way, the master that He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren, you know what it totally reminds me of? And actually, it's a tie for third place because it's just as bad as Highlander 3.
with Mario Van Peebles? Was that
Yeah.
Highlander?
Look, Highlander's
that was
coming
the
back.
that was the first Highlander film that I ever saw.
Highlander's coming back with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, which I don't
Hey,
think they should be doing.
listen. I still think one of the worst movies ever made was the original Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
No. I got you. I
Oh,
got you.
with that King Koopa. I mean,
That was horrible. I remember that being in the theater as a child and being very upset. Very upset.
Have you guys seen the Garbage Pail Kid movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard about that movie. I've never actually seen it.
Yeah. That
It's
was
so
horrible.
horrible that it's great.
No, just
Is
It's
that like
so
wait,
horrible.
you could end it horrible.
Were you talking
It
about
just
so
ended
horrible
horrible.
like the Toxic Avenger? Like the
No,
original?
worse. It
not
was
the
like
recent.
it was wrong.
The
Jimmy, you saw the recent
1980s.
Toxic Avenger. How was it?
I haven't seen the new one.
Jimmy, didn't you see it?
I saw the trailers and that was more than enough for me to say.
Yeah, I didn't. I was like,
I
Peter
wanna watch it.
Dinklage as
I
the
enjoyed
freaking
the
Foxy.
original Toxic Avenger. Like it was super campy and super like just kind of stupid, but I still liked it. This one, it just I don't know.
I want to
See,
watch
the
it.
original
I
the original
I-
Toxic Avenger is the classic classification of lightning in a bottle. And then they tried to recapture it and they just could not.
So this goes back to that question I had asked about Hollywood rehashing,
Too much.
rebooting.
I mean, they got Spaceballs 2 coming out now too. So
It's a different story, but still, I was like, it's too late.
I've got one last one that is potentially this could be controversial. I don't know. Let's see. Should problematic television and film be re-examined with modern values, or should they be left as a snapshot in time?
Oh, we've talked about this before.
I
Yes,
think
you
it's
and I
just
have.
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
it's a
and
snapshot of where society
was.
was at that point. I
Yeah.
mean, if you go back into the day, what was that one that Disney pulled? Briar Bear.
You're
Or
talking
Briar
about
Rabbit.
Song of the
you're talking
South.
about Song of the South.
Yes, I mean, was it right? Nowadays standards? No, not at all.
Slavery
was a
was not
Actually,
right
when
by
it came
nowadays
when it
standards.
came out, it wasn't
Yeah,
even it wasn't
It
even
it,
really
it would
right.
never come out in today.
Oh,
period,
even
end of
when it
story.
came out, then it shouldn't even come out then. Honestly.
Well, but it did.
Yes, it should have.
And
because-
it did, and I think it's stuff like that. Yes, it should be. It shouldn't be canceled. It shouldn't be shelved. It shouldn't be thrown in the garbage and forgotten about. It's stuff like that needs
When
to
we
be
forget our past, we're doomed to repeat it.
exactly. So, and how egregious that short cartoon is a prime example of how far we've come in society today. And that is the lesson that should be taken from stuff. And yes, if it's a snapshot of that time period, then you say and see how this isn't why we don't do this anymore. This is, and you point to that as an example of what was wrong back then and how far we've come as a society and where we are as Americans and as a country, as opposed to just trying to forget about how it even. I mean, that's why everything that happened in Nazi Germany during World War II, they bulldozed down all of those prison camps. Then they're good. There goes the last bit of evidence of how egregious things were back then. And that's my opinion on it. Anyway.
Tyrus, what are your thoughts on Song of the South?
I mean, I watched it when I was younger, and I was too young to understand what was going on. Hell, Splash Mountain was one of my favorite rides at Disneyland, and people are so offended by it where I'm not.
Even though the Tar Babies aren't in the ride.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's just
Yeah.
literally just the characters that are in the ride, and it's a totally different story. Which,
But the fact that Disney
It's not
decided
totally
to turn around and just eradicate it, and like just you can't stream it nowhere, you can't buy it nowhere. You know what I mean? It's like you made the movie. We know it's out there. You did it. Own it. And be better from it.
the only way you can find it now is like some bootleg.
Yeah.
And put up a disclaimer. This is not how our views and how.
Yeah, and that's what they did that with. They did that with a number of things that they still had up there. Like
I was
there
watching an
some
old
Muppet
episode
shows.
of the Flintstones on Hulu, and they had a disclaimer. Cartoon Network put up a disclaimer at the start of this episode saying, "Hey, there's stuff in this episode that is not what we believe to be an accurate portrayal of whatever today, right?" And you know what? That's fine. But I don't even necessarily think you need to do that. If people can't for themselves recognize this is a snapshot in time, this was how people felt, whatever, in 1940 and 1960, 1970, whatever. Um, be a critical thinker. Like, oh, this show was so bad because it aired in 1962 and said this, that was a common thing to say back then. But through the lens of time, now we say that's terrible. Okay, that's fine. It wasn't then. That doesn't mean it's acceptable today, but it was a piece of history, and we should not forget that. And honestly, Song of the South is an accurate representation of what late 1800s plantation life was like. And that, if nothing else, is why it is important to keep and for us to see, because even blacks in the 1940s, when that came out, said, yes, this falls in line with stories I've heard from my grandparents who were slaves in the mid 1800s.
Yeah. But a lot of stuff in the past, we didn't even have to go that far back. Like, look at a household name, Eddie Murphy. He does Disney movies. He does all kinds of family movies, and we love Eddie Murphy. But watch Raw,
bruh.
Watch Delirious.
I have.
And I'll give you a great example. He refers to a certain type of people that in Europe is called a cigarette that starts with the letter F.
Also known as a bundle of sticks.
That
in a square.
That word was riddled throughout his set. So, like, if you were to watch, people were to watch Raw or Delirious right now, they would throw a fit, and cancel culture would come through. It's like two of my favorite shows that were teased to have a comeback, and it's not going to happen. Married with Children and In Living Color. Neither one of those shows would ever survive in time. This time now, modern times.
And Daryl calls out just really quickly,
Color,
Robert Downey Jr. in
Tropic Thunder.
Yo.
Dude,
what do you mean, you
hilarious.
people?
So hilarious. You know, the people that are so offended about Robert Downey Jr. and Tropical Thunder are the people that did not watch the movie.
Yeah, you gotta like, if you watch that movie, like, I remember when I heard about it, I was like, huh? And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay.
It's all context. I mean, yeah, and if you don't understand or care to learn the context of something, then you're gonna just hate on it.
Well, I think now is a good time for us to pivot and let's talk about Kaboom-Con coming up this weekend. And let's focus on the fun and what we have on tap, starting with Friday, 8 a.m. Some of us, Tyrus, will be at the facility.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Let me turn you off, giggity. Some of us, Tyrus, will be at the facility, Carson City Community Center, to start setting up to ensure that when vendors and others start showing up at 1 o'clock, they've got a place that's ready to go. I want to call out Daryl, who is going to be there at 8 a.m. on Friday with us. I want to call out Angel Kabarlak, who will be there with us Friday morning at 8 a.m. to get the facility set up. I want to call out Jimmy, James, myself, Salem T. Lynn.
Salem's coming to help out?
Yep, and others that will be there at 8 a.m. on Friday to help us set up in preparation of Kaboom-Con 2, the kickoff to Halloween. Tyrus, will you be there at 8 a.m. on Friday? We don't need all the backstory. Just will you be there? Yes or no?
I will be there.
At 8 a.m. on Friday.
Not at 8 a.m.
Oh, okay. So, anyways, thanks, Tyrus. So we, those of us that really matter, will be there at 8 a.m. on Friday to get the facility ready, set up to go for all of y'all. And by 1 p.m., we will have vendors start showing up. exhibitors, artists, all of that fun stuff to get ready to go in the artist alley and in the gym. And Tyrus, will you be there by 1 p.m.? No, probably not. So Tyrus won't even be there for that. So but our hope is that by 1 p.m. when those people start showing up, that we have a facility that's ready for them to go.
Tyrus will eventually show up.
Yeah, Tyrus will be there at some point. Probably when it's time to watch the movie, he'll come to watch the movie and hang out. But with that said, at approximately
Absolutely no regrets.
at 6 p.m. Friday night, we are having a vendor and special guest exclusive meet and greet that'll be happening in the Gym and Artist Alley for people to that are vendors and artists and everything to kind of have an opportunity to meet each other and hopefully chat and take a moment before we open the doors for the Ghostbusters movie screening Friday night, where we will have to kick us off JD Charisma performing. And then we will have, of course, our Ghostbusters 2 cosplay contest, where we have the fantastic cosplayers in the house. Jimmy's back. Let's bring him back on. There he is. But it will be audience-based awards for Friday night at that movie screening. So it will be by the cheers and support of the audience who's wearing the best Ghostbusters 2 costume.
Specific.
And then we'll do the movie screening. So that's Friday, and that leads us into Saturday, James. What do we got?
Saturday, we got day one of the con. So we got panels and presentations brought to you by the fabulous Jimmy Jones of Pop Culture Kaboom. That'll be in the boardroom.
Damn, no love for Rob Nault.
I know. What the hell?
Oh, is Rob doing that too? I didn't realize.
Him and I are going, because the schedule's so tight with some of them that we're going to. He might have to. We don't want to cut panel short.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I didn't realize Rob.
The other
I
guys
thought,
to get the
I
other
thought that
ones
was you. I
supported.
didn't realize Rob was doing that as well. So yeah,
Oh,
also
we're a
Jimmy
team.
and Rob Nault will be doing that.
We're a team.
Then throughout the day there'll be panels there. 3 Arrows will be hosting our game room. So they'll have a bunch of different games. Plus they'll be selling some of their stuff in there. We'll have our fabulous Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie museum that'll be near the front of the facility. Then we'll have vendors on vendors in the back with in the gym, as well as Artist Alley, as well as we will have
Kaboom Bazaar.
Yeah, we will have also we will also have some vendors outside in the West Side parking lot, as well as food trucks. So get some food, baby.
Yes, we have some of the food vendors showing up on Friday afternoon to be cooking and grilling. I also found out, so one of the food vendors I just got in contact with me today that wasn't available, but they will be there Friday for our people that are setting up. Busboy will be in the house Friday afternoon, early evening.
Wow.
So if you want some of that Busboy food, they will be there Friday.
Will there be popcorn from Galaxy Theaters on movie night?
James?
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, that's all he had to say about that.
Yes, Galaxy Theaters will be providing popcorn. Bags on bags on bags.
And there will also be other snacks and treats available at concession. But
yes, there will be.
But popcorn, there will be. And that's Friday. So that's Saturday. What do we got Saturday night, Jimmy?
I don't know. The Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade Ball.
Which you forgot to mention.
That's why I called you out, Jimmy.
Which will have a performance by JD Charisma, as as music, 2 sets, if I remember correctly, of the Fast Times. Stop that, James. Stop it.
It's the last time,
Fast
James,
Times.
so we're going to do this. Everybody take a break. Fast Times Dance Party will be
Oh.
in the house. Jimmy, were you playing along?
Yes, I
Nice.
was.
They will be in the house. Really quickly, I literally just got this in my inbox. This is an exclusive announcement at Kaboom-Con from Figure X at the IC Sound Comics booth. We will have a new collectible figurine, Robbie.
What? Nice.
So,
That's cool.
so what you can't see is the jetpack on his back, as well as the surfboard. You can kind of see it in the background there. That comes with him. That is Robbie. This is a very limited run, exclusive for Kaboom-Con.
Surfboard.
I'm so excited because I didn't know if this was going to happen, but we will have a very limited run, and by limited, I think there is less than 20 of these that will be available at Kaboom-Con. Thank you to Mar over at Figure X for making this happen in time. I'm super excited to see this in person. Literally just got that email.
Nice.
So Saturday night, as Jimmy was saying, we've got Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade Ball. We've got Lady Grillers Catering that will be catering the event. So your ticket does include a meal through Lady Grillers. So it's $35 in advance. You only have until Thursday, tomorrow night at 11 p.m. to buy your ticket in advance.
Can you get tickets at the door?
There is a slight upcharge. And people are wondering, why is it more at the door? Well, here's the short answer. So in Nevada,
There always more at the door.
yes,
I mean,
there's that. It is always more at the door. But the other reason is in Nevada, it's a whole lot easier for us to just tell you a dollar amount and say it's this at the door. Because if we say it's 35 at the door, and then you get to the door and it's 35 plus tax and whatever, you're like, wait a second, it's not $35. So we're trying to make it as inclusive as possible. So we're saying at the door it's $40. But the nice thing is it's $40. You're not going to get hit with fees and taxes and everything after.
Because we ain't Ticketmaster.
Yeah, there ain't no Ticketmaster here. Get the hell out of here with that. And then Sunday, what do we got going on, Tyrus?
I'm going home.
Bruh.
It's day 2 of the con.
With more panels, presentations, and performances. Jimmy, anything you want to call out from day 2 on Sunday? Probably the headliner, presentation, panel.
Headliner. The show closer. The bookend to the whole weekend will be a very special Pop Culture Kaboom radio show live from the Carson City Community Center Theater, 5 p.m. till 8 p.m., even a special time.
Live from the
which is
Community Center.
Want to make sure that I can confirm all of this with you, Mark. So, since it is after Kaboom-Con has closed, there is no charge. You don't have to actually be an attendee to Kaboom-Con to actually come to see the radio show.
But if you want to donate, we'll take it. I'm just kidding.
No, that is a true statement. Now we will clear out the artist alley. We will clear out the gym so that the vendors can tear down and get out. So the only areas that will remain open is going to be the theater. So you will need to make your way in there. Otherwise, we will ask you to leave. If you want to stay and enjoy, and we hope you do want to stay and enjoy Pop Culture Kaboom happening in the theater, you're welcome to do that. It is a 3-hour show. There will be commercial breaks and the restrooms will be available. So don't feel like we're holding you.
Underwriter breaks is actually the
Sorry, we're not on FCC regulated airwaves right now.
Yeah, that's
nor
true.
do we try to organize. Let's have a fun hoorah event together at the last minute. When we know you're.
But I got some special guests to announce.
Who
Actually,
do you got with you?
And to kick off the show, we're going to have Miss Tanya Todd. She is a filmmaker and author from Las Vegas. She will be premiering for the first time ever, because I just got confirmation today, the trailer for her movie, which will be coming out. So, Morning Sacrifice. will be debuting its trailer on the Pop Culture Kaboom radio show,
Okay.
which is actually better if you're actually there in person to actually see the trailer. Because if you're listening on the radio,
Yeah, right.
you're not going to get the visual effects, and there's not much dialogue in
Now,
it either. So,
Jimmy, what if somebody shows
Hold on.
up at, like, let's say 4:30 to Kaboom-Con because they just want to come watch you? Are we going to let them in for that?
yeah, are you going to let them in for that? You're the boss.
I would say.
I mean, 30 minutes until the con closes.
I would say, hey, if you want to come watch Pop Culture Kaboom in person, live, be a part of that live studio audience and really enjoy, you need to come. And you need to come to the event. And so, no, the answer is we want those that appreciate pop culture entertainment to really enjoy the weekend. So, no, you can't just show up for Pop Culture Kaboom after everything's said and done. You need to be there. You need to come, appreciate, take the time, walk around the facility, see the vendors, take it all in, and then enjoy Pop Culture Kaboom.
Okay. We will also have coming up from Los Angeles, Mitch Yapko is an award-winning writer, director, and producer.
He's also an
down in Los
Animaniac,
Angeles.
right?
I think so. Personality-wise, yes.
Yeah, he's
Very
like
much
a combination of
Uh,
Yakko and Wacko, right?
Personality-wise, yes, I would say that. But he will be up because his new film will be premiering at the Cordillera International Film Festival the following weekend. So that's what he will be here. Unfortunately, because it is premiering at Cordillera, we can't show it at Kaboom-Con,
Do we have anybody from
unfortunately.
Cordillera hanging around? Oh,
Yes, we do. We got Emily Skyle Golden from Cordillera International Film Festival will be there. She will also actually be part of the Hollywood to Nevada film panel that we'll be doing, along with Silver State Storytellers who will be there, and communicating with all of them, doing my ambassadorial duties. Silver State Storytellers will be doing a different themed event at their booth every day of the con. So Friday night, they have something planned, but I don't know exactly what it is. Saturday, they will be doing a Scream Queen contest.
Scream Queen.
To where
what the hell does that mean?
Yep. Yeah. Whoever does the best horror movie Scream.
It's going to be James. He screams like a little girl. So.
What are you afraid of, James?
Everything, bro.
Spiders.
Really?
I don't know. Angel might
Spiders?
give you a run for your money.
Angel can't scream like a man.
Angel can definitely do the good. Ooh.
Really?
Ugh.
You don't like spiders?
Bruh.
Okay.
Where did you just pull that out of? Like, how? What is wrong with you?
Oh, I got a spider right here.
Well, you don't. How long of a show
Let's
do you
pull
want
a
to
spider
have?
out of my
if you want
pants.
that list?
Hold on 1 second. Oh, here's a spider. What?
Keeps that down around his perineum, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
So they are going to be doing a Scream Queen contest, and they will be videotaping you and posting it to social media. The one who gets the most likes will be crowned Carson Creepy Scream Queen and get free tickets to the Cordillera or to the Carson Creepy at the Brewery Arts Center in October 25th.
Is that Queen or King?
And a
King or Queen?
I'm sorry, I don't know. You'll have to ask Lyric. I'm just giving you the details
So who
that I
else
got.
are you going to have on your
So,
show?
You. Huh? You.
Okay.
To talk about everything Kaboom-Con, all the big announcements, because you guys are going to be doing some major announcements on Friday and on Saturday.
Are we?
Yeah, that's what you
we
said.
talked about.
So
It
I'm
should
holding you
be-
to 'em.
James, we need to figure out some announcements to make.
Yeah, we got some.
Okay.
This along the ride. We'll work on some as well.
I'm glad you know something because.
All day, every day. Yeah.
Oh, actually, and this is a really good point. Thank you, Jimmy, for saying this because I absolutely screwed the pooch here. I need to make this right really quickly. We do have a couple of new people to call out. Infamous Rebel will be joining us.
He's back.
He is coming back. He will be on the main floor. I'm sorry, the Pop Culture Bazaar, as Jimmy calls it.
That's actually a pretty good name for it. I ain't gonna lie.
So
Pretty good
Infamous
name.
Rebel will be joining us on the gym floor. Excited to have him back. And there is one more. Give me just a moment while I pull up the image. Out in the west. It is
West
west. There is a T, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the west side. It is west side parking lot. We will have Kona Ice bringing frozen deliciousness.
Wait, did they just get back to you with that?
Yes.
Oh, because I was gonna say they've been with us. They've been on for a minute.
Yes, they will be coming. They've got 10 flavors from the flavor wave: Tiger's Blood, Lucky Lime, Blue Raspberry, Watermelon Wave, Groovy Grape, Strawberry Treasure, Pineapple, Ninja Cherry, Monster Mango, and Pina Colada.
You hear that, Tyrus? They got grape.
Hey,
See,
And-
I was waiting
and-
for Mark to say, "Oh, they got watermelon."
watermelon.
What?
I was waiting for Mark to say, "Yeah, they got watermelon," but
Damn.
I didn't hear that, but at least they got it. At least they had a grape.
I don't think Tiger's Blood is a good case anymore. That's
Probably cherry, bro.
That's also orange.
that's
Oh, it's
some.
orange?
I mean, when I hear I got
Tiger's
Tiger's
Blood.
Blood, that's Charlie Sheen written all over it, man.
Oh, that's I forgot about that. I got tiger blood running through my veins.
Yeah,
Winning.
So we did have those.
Nah, he didn't do
two.
drugs.
He's been like sober for like 9 years now.
Not when he made that
No,
statement.
he definitely
now,
wasn't
was
when he made that statement for sure.
Okay. He was winning.
Winning.
So you can, of course, buy your tickets at the door. You can wait until the last minute, I suppose. I would not suggest it because if we hit capacity in the facility, we're not going to be able to let you in.
Baby.
And, the sheriff's office could easily say, hey, no, not right now. And that we have been warned could happen. So, hopefully not.
We
Hopefully
want
we don't.
everybody to show up, but we want you to show up sporadically. I'm just kidding.
Well, and that's why.
Did you mention all the photo?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no,
Listen.
many.
Listen. We got a Stay Puff Marshmallow Man plus Terror Dogs
10 foot. 10 foot.
for
life size.
That's from the Terror Dog Squad from Sacramento. They're coming out. They're gonna be there. Then for you like Star Trek nerds, we got Captain Kirk's chair, and we got a
one-on-one replica
backdrop for
of the
it, too,
original
baby.
series.
A backdrop
hear you.
as well.
backdrop. Anyway, but that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be killer.
This is not an ASMR video. You don't have to do that.
It's okay. Everybody, I don't know if they really like it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah,
This
so
is
that we
why I
got
don't
that.
watch
That's photo opportunity. Plus, look, you gonna meet all these famous people out here. I'm telling you, like, well,
I'm sure there's going to be a pop culture kaboom step and repeat banner.
there is. You can take a picture there, post it to Instagram or wherever you post.
Last
was,
year, that was
it
a
was.
big hit. Everybody kept coming up and
And
just
then
getting their
we
picture
make sure
taken on.
we post those also. Also, like if you want to take a picture with any of our special guests, do it, man, because they are good with it. They're good. They will take a picture with you. They will chat with you. That's one of the things that I really like.
Special
about this con.
guest. Who do we have as special guest?
No
I don't know,
purchase
you-
necessary.
Wait
We might
for
as
it.
well-
No,
Tyrus.
we don't need Tyrus. You know why?
Huh?
Please don't do that.
is that it?
I don't know. Did it play? Because
That
on my
was-
end,
That
It
was an
played.
abrupt ending right there.
Well,
but-
it has an abrupt ending, and it's back on Odin Makes, which was at the beginning. So
yeah, that was.
I'm sorry. Did it actually play through? Because on my end, it was like abrupted. Like was
It
glitchy
like
as hell.
stopped and then it started playing again and then it stopped again, kind of
Yeah.
abruptly. But like we all know, it's
Anyways,
Instagram, so
we
it's tough to
if you
go.
go over to the Kaboom-Con.com website, on the main page, you can see and hold on a moment. Here we go. We can see who we've got. We've got Odin Abbott of Odin Makes, who will be showing off his proton packs, which he just recently finished, as well as ecto goggles that he will be showing off during his presentation on or workshop, if you will, on Saturday. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I got a question. So, will he be taping for his YouTube channel?
Yes.
That is my understanding.
So, if you want to be a part of Odin Makes YouTube channel, this guy's very popular on YouTube. You got to go
Over 500,000 subscribers.
So yeah, come out and be a part of his live audience.
Brent Anderson's only appearance in North America since Kaboom-Con 1. Coming back, he will be in the house. David Gonzalez, Act Rev from Return of the Jedi, will be in the house. Star Wars actor. Donna Gio. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Going back to David Gonzalez, do you know if he's bringing the drum?
I don't. I did say that he has the space, and we'd love if he would.
Okay, if he does, I might have to go over there and do a little special impromptu musical performance with him.
Yeah, I'm hoping he will, but
Me too. That'll
we
be
will
fun.
see. Donna Gio, current master artist, working on especially within the Spawn universe and the DC Pride series. He'll be in the house. Legendary artist Chris Moranin, known for his work on things like Wonder Woman, Nova, and others. Stephen Yu. Go ahead. You don't got to raise your hand, man. Just talk.
Yeah, I do. I don't want to talk over you. Hold on. This
Wouldn't be a
thing's-
first.
Yeah, that's true. But all right, it's not. There it goes. It's finally opened up. All right. So Brent Anderson, he has done DC Comics. He's done Action Comics, Batman, Gotham Knights, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, Batman Turning Points, Fanboy, and a host Gene 13, Green Lantern Legacy, Green Lantern, Plastic Man, Weapons of Mass Deception, Judge Dredd, Legends of the Law, Night Force, Phantom Stranger for Marvel. He has done the Avengers, Battlestar Galactica, Captain America, Fantastic Four, Moon Knight, and a whole slew of others for Now Comics. Don't matter. Chris Moranin has worked for Dark Horse, Image Comics, DC Comics, Marvel Comics. Neil Gaiman's Lady Justice was one of the for 10 Ton Press. So he's done, and Donnie Gio, Image Comics, Spawn, King Spawn, Scorched, Gunslinger for DC. He's done DC Pride, DC Halloween Special, Justice League, The Atom Project, Aquaman for Dark Horse Comics, Beastlands, Boom Studios, Power Rangers, Prime, Scout Comics. He did Rise, and for IH Studios, Shards Anthology.
Did you just read that off of the Dreamwell post?
That I made, yes.
Oh, okay. I had a feeling.
Looking all that stuff up was not fun.
Of course, as we referenced, Stephen Yu of SYD Studios will be in the house, whose property Joan has been picked up and optioned by, well, let's see if it shows up in the future. Icy Sound Comics will be in the house. We've got Lawrence and Diego, the dynamic father-son duo, the Iriartes, as well as Justin Jim, the artist.
Sure.
Figure X, who we just talked about, will be in the house with some of his own collection. We've got some cosplayers. Astro's here. Thea Calix, not imaged here. Apologies. Gummy V4 as well. Terror Dog Squad, which we already talked about. Alex DeLuca, whose Enigma Town just dropped. Go ahead, Jimmy.
And he is also going to be bringing movie posters for the movie Afterburn, which is also
Starring
a
Dave
property
Bautista and Samuel L. Jackson.
which is also a Red 5 Comics property.
Oh, boy, Dave.
Yeah, your boy Dave, and it releases this week.
Oh, what's that?
JD Charisma. James, you want to speak on him?
Hey, yo, listen. If you have not seen like entertaining performers, most energetic performers, this JD Charisma right there.
Go ahead.
That's all I got to say about that.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, if Fast Times dance party be his backup band on Saturday?
No, he's
No.
doing no.
Okay.
No.
No.
Just checking.
They are their own
That'd
thing.
be
He
awesome.
is his own
They
thing.
don't back anyone.
They
Wow.
are the show.
Wow.
I mean, I could see him getting up there and maybe performing with them maybe at some point.
Then at that point they'd be a backing band, wouldn't they?
Kenny Aiken, blue heart emoji, Moonfire Lab, in the house. Philip Ginn, Salem T. Lynn, J. Anthony Hart. It's quite the ensemble we have.
Ensemble.
And Tyrus.
And Tyrus.
I'm nobody famous.
Well, we know that, but
Wow.
you will be there.
I will be there. I most definitely will be there. And I will not be giving any spoilers for Firebird Valley.
None? Not a one?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, if I end up
Yeah,
on a
he's going
panel
to,
somewhere
or
and
else
I
he wouldn't say
talk
that.
about it, I mean, I may give you a little something about the future,
little
but no,
clue.
the story, no, y'all gotta wait. It's coming, and it's gonna be great.
Is he breaking out the script? Oh, I
No,
thought it-
so I wanted to one last time teach them how to say goodbye. I wanted to take the moment to say, hey, if you haven't already, you do have a little bit of time left to still get your Dynamite Pass. And one of the reasons to get your Dynamite Pass is it's going to get you in early access to all the events. And one of the reasons you might want that early access is purely the ability to pick up exclusive prints done by Kaboom-Con special guests, and some that are just vendors that also did fantastic work. But I want to show them off because here's the actual pieces.
wow, that ain't showing up at all.
You're right. I need to turn off the background, show where I'm really at. I apologize for the mess in the background. That is James in
No, it's
my
not.
office.
It's his stuff.
You know what?
Yeah,
To
there
make
it
this
is.
right, I've got to actually turn off the blur. Sorry, James.
Whatever.
Why couldn't
They're
you
going to
just...
see your draws.
They're not seeing my drawers. My drawers aren't in there.
This is
they're in my
Stephen
bag.
Yu, SYD Studios.
Yeah.
Next up from Kenny Aiken.
Friday night, we got to hold that up and get our picture taken.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that was a good one right there.
That's for those of you that are Northern Nevada based. Hopefully, you know that is the state capital. Next up, Jam, the artist.
Yeah.
Trick or treat.
Smell
Oh wait,
my
I didn't say
feet.
that evil enough. Trick or treat.
This is the deep cut by Philip Ginn
Yeah, that one for sure is.
with the Leonardo da Vinci head.
Which I went to go look at today.
This one probably might be my personal favorite. Icy Sound Comics.
Yep.
Hoo-hoo. Hey,
Woo,
wait
woo.
a minute. Why is Ben Grimm wearing a full jumpsuit?
Next up, probably my number one, number two from
You said number 2.
Giggity. Red 5, Enigma Town.
Yeah, that was dope.
I really like the way this one looks, the colors, pops. Next up, from Slipshot.
Yeah.
Anime fans out there.
That kind of reminds me of Invader Zim.
Mm-hmm.
From In the Dark, Crystal Gonzalez.
Yeah, that one's cool too. I like that.
Happy Halloween.
Should have her animate one next year. She's an animator.
And last but not least, and probably one of my personal favorites, by the legendary Brent Anderson.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yes, sir.
There will be 50 available. Camera focus on me. There will be 50 available on Saturday and 50 available on Sunday. There will also be if you are unable to get one of those, because let's say you didn't get a Dynamite Pass, so you're not getting in early. If you are unable to obtain one of these images or multiple that you really, really want, each of these artists will have a limited set available for sale at their booths. And I can't tell you what they're charging. They're welcome to charge what they would like. But these will be available at their booths. So if you want to get these for free, you need to have a Dynamite Pass. How do you get that, James?
You go to, excuse me, you go to eventbrite.com, look up Kaboom-Con, or you actually go to the website, go to kaboomcon.com. You can go to the website, buy tickets there. You want to get your Dynamite Pass so that therefore you have early entry to all of the events. You will have
now hold on, because you called out something really great, and it's kind of boggles my mind because some people have made comments that they're unclear. So this is the Kaboom-Con website.
Yeah, there's
where do you get your tickets?
Get tickets.
Oh, right up here at the top where it says get tickets, and if I click on that
takes you to Eventbrite.
Oh, Eventbrite, Kaboom-Con 2025. Oh,
look at that! All the information's there. So you want to, if you want to get in. Plus, listen. Also, if there's just one thing that you're interested in doing, you can go there. You can go to get tickets, and then we also have different not tabs, but you can buy tickets for events individually. But if you want to come to everything, the Ghosts and Ghouls Masquerade, you want to come to day 1, day 2 of the con, you want to come to the Ghostbusters screening, you want that Dynamite Pass. One price.
Get you into everything. Get you early entrance. If you've got a Dynamite Pass, you're getting in at least 15 minutes early before doors open for general public.
4 events, 1 ticket. Yeet.
Make it happen. No, you forgot the.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
4 events, 1 pass. Cyrus, any closing thoughts on Kaboom-Con and why people should go, why they might want to go?
I mean, we all had a great time last year, and it's only going to get better and bigger. So come on through. We're all going to be there. Get your picture taken.
All of us are going to be there.
It's too black.
Whoa, how did he get over there?
But yeah, it's gonna be
like you guys are in the
a
same
great
room.
event. And you know what's great about this event is that it's for the whole family. It's for the entire family. You ain't got nothing to do on Sunday. Come to Kaboom-Con. We're gonna have movies. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have it all.
All of it. It's all gonna be there. So,
all right. I think it's.
Where'd Marco?
He's probably gonna.
Oh, he's probably he's running over there. There he comes.
Be there. They just released this. I wanted him to hear this because I want to see you guys eat this. I want to see you guys eat this. Get back over there.
Eat what?
Mark.
Oh,
he said, "Get back on your camera."
He's going right now.
Back on your camera, boy.
Get.
Come on, Mark. Get on here.
He can't move that fast. He's moving. He's getting there. Yeah, almost there. Almost there.
His house is not that big, guys.
There he is.
There he is.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, what's up?
The next thing you guys got to try, please. It'll be fun. Doritos has released Stranger Things chips. A Stranger Pizza and a Cool Ranch. It looks like they're mixed in the same bag.
Interesting.
With a thick Demogorgon black garlic dip.
Huh?
That does not sound good to me.
No, the picture don't make it look very appetizing either.
The Demogorgon dip. I mean, was that like a black bean dip?
Yeah, it's black. Looks like paint.
Sounds like those wings you ate a long time ago, James.
Do you have Facebook up now?
I remember those wings.
I can bring
Oh
it
no,
up.
not those wings.
All right, I'm gonna
not the ones that we had in Seattle.
I'm gonna send it to you through
That
Messenger.
happened years before.
To me directly?
Yes.
Okay, I'm logging in. So actually, friend of the show and who will be joining us this weekend, Angel Kabarlak, I referenced him earlier, one of the great people that will be there 8 a.m. Friday morning with us. Tyrus, he messaged me that at his work, my team once a month does a spicy chicken night at work. Someone brought this, and it was hands down the hottest thing I've ever put in my mouth. I don't know if I agree with that. I couldn't stop tearing up, and it ran through my stomach so quick, I ended up running to the toilet. This is Hellfire Hot Sauce. Doomed.
No, I'm cool.
And I asked him to bring it with him tomorrow when he joins us in Carson City, which he is. And I am fully expecting Tyrus and or James to give it a go.
No.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
You do it.
No, I don't do that stuff. You
Yeah.
do though.
No, I don't do that stuff anymore.
No, you do.
Literally, after the last time, I retired.
You didn't say that.
I retired.
I retired.
What in the blue hell is this?
That's what I
Oh
was
my
telling you.
God.
I told you.
Why? Why would
What
someone?
is that?
Looks like oil being changed out of a car.
That
Oh my God, dude. It's
why
like
would you even
paint.
take a picture of that? That's gross.
Not why would you take a picture of it? Why would you make that?
But yeah, that too. But at the same time, like, jeez.
Demogorgon black garlic dip.
Dude, read what's the nutritional facts? What?
Well, yeah, what's in that?
Yeah, because they'll post that with a picture.
I want to know what is in that because that doesn't.
Man, that stuff is blacker than me, bro.
It doesn't look delicious at all.
Dude, it's gonna coat the inside of your intestines, bro.
But you can always get your pre-order and get beta access to Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
I do think that that will come out how it's going in.
Oh my God.
Actually, this one time I had squid. It was like this squid. It was this sauce made from squid ink oil, and yeah, that did not. It came
Did
out.
it squid ink out your anus?
It was black. It was scary. Scary.
You know what's bad? When I was in high school, they had this candy called dinosaurs, and it was spelled DYE, and they were blue. They were blue, and I loved it. The problem is it would turn your whole mouth blue, and then when you go to the bathroom, yeah,
Blue.
It's so blue.
That couldn't have been healthy. But yeah.
Anyways, Kaboom-Con coming to you this Friday, all weekend. Jimmy, as you always say on your shows, you've got to come out and support. If not,
If you do not go to these events, they will stop happening or will not return to our area.
Yeah.
so if you want to see pop culture Comic-Cons, events like that happening in Carson City, got to come out, show some love.
Considering that this is the first and only pop
Still,
culture convention in Carson City, then yes.
That's right, baby.
Bow.
That's the way I like it.
all right, y'all. You got anything else?
Nah.
Yeah, you haven't done your old catchphrase in a while. I think you guys should do it.
What
It's
is that?
been fun.
It's been
It's
real.
It's been fun. But it
sure
hasn't been real fun.
Thank you.
There you go.
Peace out, Wabbits.
Wow. Way to steal the show.
Good night, everybody.